Hello, everybody. I'm back. I'm back from my week-long vacation in Hawaii. Man, yo, that is. Let me tell you something. This was a vacation I absolutely needed, and let me tell you right now. Just ignore the fact that there's a black screen right now, but there's tropical music playing. I will show my pics. Because this is what the stream is going to be. Which is me just going through all the pictures that I have personally vetted, just to make sure that there's nothing NG going on in them. We're gonna be looking through all the pictures, and I'm just gonna be talking about my vacation, because it was a nice vacation. So, and it was a vacation that I definitely needed. Wanna know why there's such a spike of in Japan of fat people and disease? Because of a change of dining to less healthy stuff. Oh yeah. Let me tell you something. Just before the start of the stream, Ducci in chat here was telling me about why seafood was very healthy, and apparently, according to them, there's been a change in the Japanese diet that has caused an uptick in more I guess obesity and diseases. Yeah, no, I could see that, Ducci. I don't know how recent this change is, but honestly, if America is any indication of just being the crown jewel of obesity, then I fear for the Japanese health. if that is what it's going towards. But yeah, anyway, I'm about to show the first of my many pics, because as I said on my Twitter before, I had a lot of pictures, and unfortunately with a lot of the pictures, there was a lot of them that I just couldn't end up showing because they had stuff like house numbers and license plates and stuff like that. And yes, I could use an editing program to just blur out everything that is NG. But the problem with that is that there would have been so many, and it would have been faster for me to just omit them entirely. But the good part is like I also said on my Twitter, I take multiple pictures of the same thing, so the good thing here is that a lot of the pics, a lot of the ideas, a lot of the, what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, a lot of the things I do want to show, I will actually end up showing. Yeah, I will end up showing that. Alright, because of, the multiple pics and stuff like that. So, you know what? Let's begin. I'm back from Hawaii. Like I said, it was a nice vacation, something I definitely needed because I was so stressed out from work. And let me tell you, I'm about to be stressed out from work even further because it'll be holiday season and that's when things start to go down. So maybe this was both a vacation and a calm before the storm, but it was definitely something that I needed. So let's begin, right? Alright, so this is the first picture that I have in that, and this picture is literally just one picture that I have before even touching down in Hawaii. This was the airport. This was the airport about I was in. Yeah, this is the airport we flew out from, and yeah, this is the only pic I got. And this isn't because I got rid of the other pics, it's literally, this is the only picture that I got of the airport, which is, well, it's hilarious, because me, when I started this vacation, I wanted to, I just wanted to document the entire leg of the, trip pre-Hawaii, and then I just didn't do it. So literally I just took a picture of what's outside a window here and then just posted on Twitter. Yeah, no, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. Woo, yeah, cool, yeah. Oh, hey, Zell Rayvax, what's up? How you doing? Thanks for the ice cream. Man. Anyway, So because of all that ice cream, are you gonna share some with me too? Are you gonna share some with me too, man? It's funny. We talk about like we're mentioning something about ice cream right now, and then like Ducci is telling me about like the lack in health that Japan is going through, and something about, let's see, British and German come from the same roots. No, we're different. There's not. I've gotten completely lost. Basically, we talking ice cream, or we're talking about like health stuff. Ice cream is probably not the healthiest thing in the world, but you know, it's. Let me tell you something. In Hawaii, I ate a lot of ice cream. I ate a lot of dairy stuff. I shouldn't be doing that, you know. I shouldn't be eating a lot of dairy stuff because I have this lactose problem going on, so that's probably a good reason to not eat dairy stuff, and yet I did because it was my vacation, sue me. But now I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll get to that when we get to that. Oh, by the way, Ducci, I apologize for getting lost in the conversation. I apologize for getting lost already. I tend to get lost in things pretty easily. Well, anyway, I digress. This is the only picture I got of the airport. So let me tell you, when we left because I was on a vacation with my folks. When we left the house, it was about pretty early in the morning. Our flight was actually pretty early, even though the weather here, the brightness in the sky doesn't show it. It was pretty early, and I had to drive. I didn't think I was gonna drive. Yeah, I didn't think I was gonna drive. Hey, Shale, welcome back. Hello. Yes, that is correct, Shale. You are not my dad. So thank you for clarifying that. And thank you for clarifying that in case for some reason my brain like stops working and then I mistake you for my own father. Yes, Zell, fish. Yes, fish. Hey, I know there's a fish on my head, but, you know, we'll just, like, conveniently forget about that fact, okay? 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 I was taking a vacay in a tropical, like, at a tropical island places, you know? Just go with it, okay? He's okay. He's okay. This guy, look, he may be deprived of oxygen, but he's a strong fish. He can last like an hour or two, alright? Anyway, yeah. Oh yeah, this is literally my next pick after my airport pick was my first picture in like Hawaii. Literally, that was my next pick. Oh man. Oh, but anyway, before I even get started with Hawaii, let me I need to finish my like pre-flight story here. Like I was supposed to I was intended to drive. I didn't know I was driving to the airport. Like I didn't know I was driving to the airport. I thought my dad was going to do that. So that's why I enacted my plan, which I do before like every flight day, which is in order for me to sleep on the plane, because that's the thing I want to do every time like I have a flight, is to sleep on the plane so the travel time could get cut, you know, because, you know, when you're sleeping, you don't tend to pay attention to just how long, you know, a trip is, you know? I like sleeping. It passes time pretty quickly. So that's what I want to do. I wanted to stay up. Basically, the idea was to stay up the previous day all the way to flight day so I can conk out on the plane. And yeah, that plan got a wrench thrown in it, and I had to not only be a bit sleep deprived, I also had to drive to the airport, which honestly went better than I thought it was going to go, because of the fact that I was also kind of excited to actually be in a place that is not the mainland. Because let me tell you, before this trip, I was never in any place before like I was never in any place like that was not part of like the mainland US. So yeah. I don't consider Hawaii mainland US because there's a thing called the Pacific Ocean separating the islands and the the mainland, so I don't count that. Yeah. So yeah, we get to the airport. Like checking in was pretty smooth. Everything was actually like pretty smooth. What I didn't like, the thing about the airport I didn't expect though was like the layout, because I'm only like experienced with one airport essentially, maybe like one or two, maybe like a couple, like yeah. So basically how this airport was laid out, we actually when we went through security, we actually had to go through, I think, more than like half the airport to get to our gate. And in the middle of that, we decided to eat to just eat breakfast because all of us were just pretty hungry. That was a mistake. Honestly, that was a mistake, and it's not because like Chinese food hurts me in the stomach a lot. No. I do like Chinese food. It's just that I ate the food so fast that it gave me issues basically up until like halfway through like the eventual flight. Here's the thing, never eat super fast, especially when you know you have plenty of time to eat. This is coming from me, somebody who is a chronic fast eater. Especially when it comes to oily things. Never eat oily things so fast. Like, I think I had like orange chicken and then mapo tofu and stuff like that. Both can get pretty like oily and saucy, and then I just downed those, and holy crap, that was not a good idea. I basically had the same feeling of like just being on the verge of having like a gag reflex induced like vomit spree, honestly. But the food was good though. I just ate it too fast. And that's just been like my problem for like the longest time. So yeah, aside from the fact that my stomach didn't like me for like a while into the trip, the rest of like the airport wait was very uneventful, honestly. The only thing that I can think of any significance is the fact that I think the only carry-on that I had was like my laptop. So for a good part of the wait, I actually ended up playing more Phantasy Star Portable 2. Yeah. Here's the thing about Phantasy Star Portable 2 Infinity. Yes, it's very addicting, well, for my personal tastes, but also in terms of like the stream, I had to do a couple of save states because I got tired of like putting off the game and therefore putting off the story and progression in the game. So I actually did some of the story off screen. Well, off screen, off stream. I actually did some of the story off stream. So I have a couple of save states in case we ever come back to the game so we can actually, play what I've already played. I don't know how many people here actually care about the story of PSP2i. Me, not really that much, but for the stream's sake, yeah, I had to make those save states. Anyway, uneventful airport wait for the most part. But then when we get onto the plane, one of the things that immediately caught my eye when getting onto the plane is the fact that the first class, like, seat booths, I say booths because, like, the first class seats on the plane, they were so nice. Like, they were so nice. This is the part where I kick myself in the head about not taking pics, because, on the plane we were, like, flying on, dude, like first class, like each seat had their own little booth with like a little television screen, like its own headset, storage, pillows, blankets, and everything. Like if you've seen any of those, like I think the guy's name is Mikey Chen. He does some airline reviews. I don't think he's done any recently because he's been all about like Singapore, but before that he's done a couple of airline reviews, and he did fly first class for like a lot of them. Like you see those little booths that he was in for some of those flights with the little door and everything. Yeah, that was there. That was literally like the same exact first class booths that I was seeing. And obviously we didn't fly first class because, you know, cost for flying first class is expensive. And the only reason I would personally fly first class is if it's going to, instead of like, okay, let me spitball here. If it's like a 3 to 6 hour flight, I'm not gonna fly first class now. But if it's like a 13 hour, like 15 hour flight, yeah, no, I'm flying first class. I don't know how much more expensive it is, but if it isn't too much more expensive, then I'll fly first class. But yeah, on a short trip, like, I don't think Hawaii was like a short trip, but in my opinion, I could stick with flying like business or like economy, honestly. I could stick with that for a trip like that. It didn't feel that long to me, especially because I was sleeping. Anyway, yeah. I wish I could get a picture of that. I wish I could have gotten a picture of that. Oh, man. But yeah, no, me and my folks, we flew like economy, and then we were actually in the very back of the plane. Oh man, not only we were flying economy, but we were in the back of the plane. And this was the back of the plane where all the classic tropes of, man, how could this plane ride be annoying? They all happened. Well, okay, I say they all happened, but the most significant one is literally the baby crying. The baby crying on and off through like the whole trip. Oh man, I'm kind of glad that I slept at least for like half of like the plane ride, but man, man, I understand why the baby cries. I can't really berate the parent for trying to like calm down their child, but man, I will still say it's annoying. Man. Anyway. As for the plane ride itself, apparently during the plane ride, while I was like absolutely like conked out of my mind, just sleeping, we experienced really bad turbulence to the point where it actually concerned some of like the passengers on the plane, and I'm so surprised because I just slept through that like a baby. I slept through that. Like, wow. If turbulence was really that bad at one point in the flight and I slept through that, I must be a extremely heavy sleeper. Like, man, I must like sleep like a rock. Jeez. I've only experienced bad turbulence once in my life so far, and that was because I think it was my first flight. My very first flight, I experienced really bad turbulence because of something like I don't know if it was a storm, because if it was a storm, then wouldn't the plane not like fly through it or something? It must have been something, but it was really bad turbulence, and I know what bad turbulence feels like. But if I could sleep through that kind of turbulence, it kind of says a lot about just how perfectly I can sleep sometimes. Now, if only I could actually have slept through the entirety of the flight, that would be great. But unfortunately, I didn't. So I spent the last half of the flight going back and forth between someone in basically like a Trivia Pursuit style like game that they had on their little screens on the back of like each seat. Like on the back of each seat from, I think, I think from first class all the way down to our class, which is economy. This plane had screens that had, you know, free movies, free like episodes of TV shows, and stuff like that. It had games. I played the games, and one of the games that I played was just a trivia style game. And this trivia style game showed that I literally know nothing. But I'm pretty good at taking multiple choice tests. The classic methodology of taking multiple choice tests of, hey, eliminate what doesn't feel right and then go with your gut. Yeah, I'm a good test taker. I don't know shit though. But I did beat that other person that I was battling with on the plane. And yet, they probably know more about trivia than I ever will. But yeah, after a bit, we touched down in Hawaii. The weather was pretty nice, as you can see back here. Like, the weather was super nice, super, like, tropic, humid. Like, with a little bit of heat, I would say. I'd say there was a little bit of heat. Not an insignificant amount of heat. But the Hawaiian airport, I really like the layout of the Hawaiian airport, because a lot of the Hawaiian airport is all like open. A lot of it is open. It's actually, I think, a mostly open like airport. Open being that most of the time there's a lot of really good air circulation going through like the airport. Every sort of open view that you see at the airport, it's either that on purpose, or, well, that deliberately, or there are like really large sliding like windows that they open for most of like the day. Maybe I wouldn't even say for most of the day. I'd say they're just open all the time, because aren't airports supposed to operate like 24/7? I don't know. To me, it feels like they're supposed to operate 24/7, but I feel like I'm wrong about. I feel like I'm wrong about that. But anyway, the air circulation in the Hawaiian airport was pretty good. Good? I can't speak right now. Jeez. I need a drink, honestly. Ah, man. Do you like that sound? The sound of me swishing water in like my mouth? Yeah, I don't. Anyway, we're moving on from that. Yeah. Hawaiian airport, pretty good. I like the breezes. It was pretty breezy too. It was pretty breezy. I really like that, man. Oh man, when we touched down, like, I was actually so surprised. See, the reason why I was surprised was that, when you touch ground. Okay, how am I supposed to say this? When we touched down at the airport, like, to me, looking out at like the city that was like a couple of clicks away from the airport, it kind of reminded me of like a little bit of like where I lived, which is weird because we are in like the tropics. We are literally in the tropics, but it reminded me of where I lived, and I'm like, wow. I was expecting to see like an expanse of like water, just if you just look right past the city, but apparently not. Huh. The island is actually bigger than like one would think. Well, I mean, in reality, the island is only like 44 miles like wide. Like, it literally only takes about an hour to reach from one end of the island to the other. So, yeah. It's bigger than I thought it was going to be, but smaller than what people might think twice about. Yeah. Anyway, when we got our bags, we actually got like a shuttle service. They did the classic thing about giving people, you know how when it comes to like Hawaii, what you see in like shows and everything, and what people tell you, it's like, oh yeah, when you touch down in Hawaii, people give you like these things that you see around my neck, the lei. But I was thinking like, nah, they can't. That doesn't happen all the time, right? That doesn't happen all the time. No, it does. Maybe it was just me being so focused on like our shuttle service, but at the very least, our shuttle service gave us these. They did. I'm like, wow, it's actually true. They actually like put these things on. They actually put these lay on your like around you. It's okay. Okay, so I guess that's true. Another thing that's true is that so many of the service workers, so many of the workers in the airport, they were all wearing Hawaiian shirts. I don't know if it was just that day or something, but I specifically remember a lot of the workers, as well as the shuttle drivers, were wearing Hawaiian shirts. And to me, I just got floored because I'm the kind of person that like doesn't believe in like, I try not to believe in like all the stereotypes. But in this one instance, I was so floored that I was like, wow, wait, it's actually true? It's actually true? The workers, they give you leis and then they also wear Hawaiian shirts here? Oh no. To me, I literally, like, I literally sounded out a soft oh no. Because of those two stereotypes being true, I'm like, no, wait a minute. It's actually true? Oh no. I'm still so floored about that. It was really interesting. But yeah, so the shuttle ride from the airport to our hotel, yeah, you can see right here, that is, I think that's Honolulu in the background right here. Yeah, Honolulu. It's actually a pretty big city. Yeah, I actually didn't expect so many buildings. I thought there was gonna be as many buildings as you would see in the 1968 to 1980 version of like Hawaii 5-0. Like, not really a lot of buildings, but turns out in about, what was that, 60 years? About, maybe not even like 60, 50 or 40 years, yeah, a couple of buildings will turn out to end up being a lot of them. So yeah, downtown Honolulu was more metro than I thought it was gonna be. Not really a bad thing coming from like the perspective of just a tourist, but yeah, not what I expected. So a lot of little surprises here and there. Oh, one thing about this shuttle ride I will say is that I think there was this one joke that the shuttle driver like told us as we were driving through this portion of, you know, of Honolulu. They were telling us that we were about to like pass by like one of the most famous landmarks in like in Hawaii, and I'm like, oh wow, wait a minute, all right, already we're already sightseeing, all right. And I was like prepared to see something like really like super like cultural and stuff like that, and then as soon as we turn the corner, we just see a McDonald's, and then I would say the reaction of everybody basically clued me into the joke, and I was like, damn. all right, you hit us with the McDonald's. I don't know if you're being facetious or not, but that was a good one. By the way, never once did I have McDonald's at all during this like week-long stay in Hawaii. Never once did I have McDonald's, which I don't know if that's a personal achievement for mine, which is kind of sad, but I know the thing about, I think the thing about Hawaiian McDonald's is that they actually have I think they actually have their own, they basically sell spam for breakfast, and I kind of wanted to try that, but the problem here is that, well, it depends on what they do with it too, and I guess at the end of the day, I decided I don't think like McDonald's breakfast in Hawaii is gonna do much with like their unique menu option, which is spam, to basically pull me into, you know, buying it, because I mean, I could just make it at home, right? Whatever they had, which is probably like masubi or something. Yeah, I probably could just make that at home. So that's probably why I didn't even go to McDonald's. Even though I never did go. Even though I did want to go, which is probably, you know, a good thing. Yeah. Anyway, McDonald's. That's not the last time you're gonna hear about it, cause I was actually this close again from like getting McDonald's. But we'll get into that later. Yeah, so this is just the drive down, like, I would say it's the more, local business area of the island. Just not a lot of buildings, just a lot of small businesses. I didn't really take much pictures of them because I really needed to get my bearings together. I really needed to get my bearings together in order to realize, all right, when is a good time that I can feel like I can take a picture. That's why the only two significant pictures of this leg of the trip in the shuttle were just these two. Yay. That's not really interesting, I'm just gonna say. Anyway, when we were getting into like downtown, we did pass like the harbor. This is the pretty well-known harbor in Honolulu. This is where they basically get all of like their shipped products. I think this is the only like harbor in Honolulu that actually I think this is actually the only harbor. The only like major industrial harbor where they get all of their products. Like, I could tell by, like, the cranes. Because I could not see cranes anywhere else, this is probably where they get most of their product. So, and I recognize some parts of this harbor, too, because in the new, like, Hawai'i 5.0 series that ran from, like, 2010 to 2020, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, they definitely filmed quite a few, like, scenes from many episodes here at the harbor. Also, side note, I didn't know that for that show, like most of the show was I think filmed on this island that we were on. Like most of it was actually filmed on this island. So, interesting. All right, and we're getting closer to downtown. This is where like it really drove the point like home to me that wow, if I'm like looking at this, would you even convince someone that this is actually like Hawaii? To me, this just seems like the metro skyline of like just any other like American city. Yeah, this definitely has more buildings than like downtown like Oklahoma, that's for sure, but how would you try to convince someone that this is Hawaii? Because all the indicators that this would be Hawaii are just not there. Yeah, that's just how dense like the metropolitan area of the island was. Yeah. That's one of the things that really, that I wouldn't say shocked me, but that's just one of the things that really took me off guard a little bit. But hey, I quickly accepted it. Yep, see, again. This one has more indicators of just Hawaii-dom. Because of, you know, the ships and stuff like that. But still, not enough to convince someone who is looking at this without context. Yeah. Let's see, what else is there? Yep, that's just more of the pictures of... Yep, there's the ships. And, just more of the buildings before we even get into the city. But I think at a certain point in like the city, we actually saw like a docked cruise liner. Man, this is the only pic I got of it, because we were never close enough to really like take a good picture of it. I don't know which cruise liner this is, but this was a big cruise liner. This was huge. This is a massive cruise liner. And I think we even saw like an even bigger one at some point later on in the vacation, but I didn't even take a picture of that one. We weren't even in like Hail Mary distance of it. So I didn't even bother to take a picture of it. So what you're saying is there's no place you'd rather be than Hawaii? Honestly, okay, can I just say this right now? I'm of the opinion at the moment that unless I'm living in wait, then on a surfboard out at sea. Okay, so first things first. Frex, I never went swimming in Hawaii because I don't like the ocean. Okay? And I don't surf because of that too. So obviously I don't like being in the ocean. So I did not even swim, which is kind of like sacrilege, honestly. To me that sounds like sacrilege, cuz it's like, wait a minute, so you went to Hawaii and you didn't even take a dip in like the ocean or something? What? Crazy talk. Yeah, that was me. Anyway, listening to the hiking song is mandatory for everyone to go to Hawaii. Oh, wait, that's a song? Sorry, I've never heard of that song. Actually, I don't think I've ever heard of anything similar to that song while I was in Hawaii. So, yeah, I'm probably good at dodging that, or they just realized that, you know, we gotta, the Hawaiians on the, well, the tourism places or whatever businesses in Hawaii that play music, they basically realized, yo, we gotta move on from this. We gotta redefine ourselves and stuff like that. I don't know. I've never heard of that though. Everyone knows that the plane ride plays Lilo and Stitch on loop the entire flight. That is not true. And you want to know why, Frex? Lilo and Stitch was not one of the available free movies on the flight. I can at least tell you that, because I looked through all the movies. Lilo and Stitch was not part of it. Like, it was not part of the free movies, which is, you know what? Now that you're making me realize this, that is kind of insane, right? Wow. What? Of course I have to rent. No. Frex, understand that now I'm of the opinion that if you're on a flight to like Hawaii, why don't you have Lilo and Stitch like for free to see on, you know, the flight? Come on. It's only like $3, but come on. $3 is still $3. I'm cheap as hell, which is kind of funny because I spent a lot of money on this trip. Don't at me, okay? But yeah, no, the original thing I wanted to say earlier though was that I need to get this out of the way so I don't forget to say it. But to me at the moment, I feel like Hawaii at the moment is a great place to go on vacation for me. But in terms of actually like living there, honestly, like, unless I live on the other part of the island, the non-metro part of the island, I probably would not want to live there for any extended period of time, because the best thing I can get in terms of a living space over there is like a small apartment, because, you know, it's an island. And it's expensive apparently to live there too, even in an apartment. So yeah, can't really do that. Like, let me tell you, oh man, how much are apartments there? I think apartments there, I think somebody told me that apartments there cost as much as they do per month, like in California. I don't know. That's just me that's just me like reiterating something someone else told me, you know? The only way you'd ever want to live in Hawaii is if the aliens were real. Otherwise, just like any other place. Well, you know what? I can't really, like, tell you that your mindset is wrong, because honestly, there's probably a reason why you think that way. But yeah, I mean, fair enough. But for me, I mean, the only reason I would live in Hawaii is if I could get, like, a place in, like, you know, the other part of the island that's not metropolitan. Because that's where all the nice houses are. That's where all the quiet, like, beaches are. Yeah. It's really weird because there's a mountain range that separates the quiet part of the island and then the metropolitan part of the island, just like a clear divide. I want to live on the quiet end, but the quiet end is so expensive to live in. Like, holy shit, is expensive to live there. Yeah. Well, anyway, moving on from that, moving on from the cruise liner, this food truck right here, I think this is a food truck. What is this? Yeah, no, this is a food truck. We never went to it. It's funny because I think there was at one point in the trip where I think we were talking about going to eat at like food trucks over here in like Hawaii, but we never did. I don't think we ever did. Well, then again, I personally never did, but the other folks in my family, I wouldn't, maybe they did. Maybe they did eat at like a food truck or two. I know I personally didn't because I just didn't, it just never crossed my mind again after that. Oh man, I really wish I did though. Because there were like a lot of like food trucks there in like Hawaii, and a lot of food trucks in Hawaii are very situated. They don't move. In fact, I think at the hotel we were at, there's like an overpass? No, there wasn't an overpass. It was some kind of area like next to the hotel where there are like small kiosks always set up. Like, they don't move. The kiosks never move. And part of that whole marketplace area was, there was like a couple of food trucks here and there. And those guys, I'm saying this according to like all the shit that's underneath like the trucks that are just like shoved under there. They never move from those spots. So yeah, I don't have to worry about food trucks moving places because they just don't move. Hey, if you want to cheapen the price of living on the quiet side of the island, just rent out your land to the metro people and cover them with soundproofing. That's an idea. That is an idea. Man, just think of how much money one could make if someone just buys a couple of properties on like the quiet side of the island and then just rented them out as like summer homes for like the rich. You could make some bank yourself, and then you could live on the island after that. Huh. Too bad I'm not smart enough to know how to do that. With the brain I got, man, I don't think I'm smart enough to really know how to do that. Hey, Mooney, what's up? How you doing? Hey, yeah, thanks for dropping by. I'm just talking about my trip to Hawaii. Yeah, how you doing? Cause it's pretty late for you right now, isn't it? From what I remember, it is pretty late for you right now. So why the hell aren't you sleeping? But yeah, anyway, I'm just talking my trip to Hawaii. Yeah, 2 a.m. Yeah, exactly. I expect y'all to sleep in about 2 hours, aight? If you could turn back time, you're gonna buy many properties because it's much cheaper than nowadays. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Like, if you were one of those, like, people that had the foresight of just how expensive housing was gonna be, like, these days, man, like, I would go back, like, shoot. I would go back in time and buy up a couple of properties and then just, like, rented them out. And then eventually, like, 10 years down the line, this is assuming we go 10 years in the past, like, 10 years down the line, boom, like, super bank. Awesome. But, you know, I don't have the foresight of the more entrepreneuristic people. That's a word now. That is a word now. As of today, entrepreneuristic is a word now. Ah, man. But yeah, we'll get into the housing soon, because I took a couple of pictures of like the housing in Hawaii, and even though the houses aren't really that big, oh man, those are pricey. I think one of the tour guides had told us that Hawaii is the most expensive place to live at the moment when it comes to the US. Any souvenirs that I got? Yo, let me tell you something. I didn't take any pictures of this, so I can talk about this right now, but in terms of souvenirs, no, I did not get any souvenirs because I'm so... okay, like, the souvenirs in Hawaii, they're nice, but when it comes to Hawaiian souvenirs, what do you think that Hawaiian souvenirs consisted of? Like, think of all the stereotypical Hawaiian souvenirs, And those were literally the souvenirs that were offered. Like, I wanted, okay, when it comes to getting a souvenir from a place, I wanted something deep and cultural. Like, I want something deep and cultural. But I did not find that. Yeah, okay, a lei. See, a lei like this, I would count this as, like, surface level cultural. Because everybody knows about it. Everybody knows about this, everybody knows about the ukulele. Everybody knows about the tikis, or everybody knows about the like 20th re-release of Brudda Iz's like album, the hula dancers. Everybody knows about that, but like I wanted something like deeper than that, and I did not find that. I actually just did not find that, and I was kind of disappointed by that. Like let me just reiterate, the souvenirs are nice, they're really nice. But man, in terms of just like deeper cultural like souvenirs, I did not find any, which means I didn't get any like souvenirs, which is okay. It is okay in my opinion. Find any real life hula girls? Actually, no. I actually didn't. Like, the dancers that I did see in Hawaii, the only type of like hula dancers I would say that, man, the only type of dancers that I would say that I saw that people would attribute as like hula dancers, even though they're not really like hula dancers, were actually at the Polynesian Cultural Center, and those were actually just showcases of like the cultural dances of, I think, the 5 or 6 like major demographics of Polynesian people that make up Hawaii. And I think the only one that really reminded me of like, oh, this reminds me of hula dancers was the Tahitians. But the problem with that is that the Tahitian dancing, that's not really hula dancing. Now when it comes to the actual like Hawaiian dances, yeah, that kind of stuff, I actually didn't see much of it. Like the kind of, it wasn't hula dancing that I saw when it came to Hawaiian dances. It was actually more of like the slower kind of like dancing, like not a lot of like rapid like hip movements. Well, maybe not rapid hip movement, like very like grandiose like hip movement and stuff like that. Yeah, none of that. Yeah, interesting. It's actually kind of interesting, like the lack of like the classic hula dancers I actually did not like see over there, which honestly I'm kind of okay with, because I actually got to see many other dances from basically all the other Polynesian cultures that make up like Hawaii. So yeah, I like that. I like that part of it. Yeah. But we'll get into that like a bit later. They did the fire dances. Speaking of the fire dances, yes, they did. We did see a fire dance. However, that wasn't until like the last leg of the trip. That was actually at the Polynesian Cultural Center, which I do have some pics of. But yeah, over there we basically saw like a show at the end of the day that ended with like a fire dance, and it was actually a really good show. It was a really good show. The story was okay, in my opinion. The story was kind of like, all right, it's not anything too like deep, but the fact of the matter was that the show was supposed to showcase literally like I said, the different Polynesian cultures and and that kind of stuff. Basically show off like their dance and stuff like that. Yeah. But it ended with a fire dance, and that was basically like one of the peak moments of like the vacation. But we'll get into that in a bit. Unfortunately, that show I don't have pictures of, because they specifically prohibited taking videos and pictures of that show. But let me tell you that show is really good. I would suggest that one of the things that people do in Hawaii is to actually go to the Polynesian Cultural Center and catch one of those shows at the end of the day. It's actually really nice. But yeah, like I said, we'll get into that a bit later. Yeah, so before we even got to the hotel, yeah, just took a couple of pictures of just like, you know, just all the greenery around me. just all the greenery. Like, these kinds of trees were also there as well. There's a lot of trees from basically all the other, like, there's a lot of trees that I didn't even think of seeing over here, but they were there. As for what those pictures, well, as for what those trees were, I cannot tell you because I completely forgot their names. But yeah, this tree was really cool because the whole trunk is made up of like binded like roots and everything. Did the air smell different? It smelled humid. Mooney, it smelled humid. It was, I mean, first of all, I mean, yeah, it's an island, it's tropical, it's near the sea, yeah, it's humid, but it smelled humid. But that was okay. It was refreshing at least. It was actually refreshing at least when you're not walking by the homeless on the island. But other than that, it smelled pretty okay. It didn't actually smell like bad. I thought it was gonna smell not that great because of all like the people sweating. Because of the weather there, but it wasn't actually that bad. Yeah, it was actually not that bad. I'd say not that bad, not that bad. Oh, but yeah, like I was saying, this tree right here, kind of one of the coolest trees I've seen so far in my life because of like how it's actually made. Yeah, all the binded roots and everything. There's another picture of it. Apologies for the quality of these pics though, because I was taking these through a tour bus window and they did not clean their window. Yeah, they did not clear the window, so you have that dried like residue from whatever the hell like hit the window the other day. Yep, just more of the trees, more of the trees. Here's the dock where everybody like parks their boats. And when I mean everybody, I mean everybody. Look at all these boats here. Another place where they filmed a lot in like the new Hawaii 5.0, just this dock right here. Yeah, a lot of like people's like boats that they take out to like the sea, like they're all docked here. And this is one of the places where we actually didn't go. And you know what? I'm kicking myself in the head about this too, because I really wanted to go here. I don't know if it's actually open to the public though, but if it was, then I would have definitely like gone here and actually just looked at everybody's boats. But you know, think about it now, I have reason to doubt that this is not open to the public. Yeah, I have reason to doubt this is open to the public. So yeah, at the very least, I got a good picture of it, right? And another one. And another one, and there's two people right there looking at it too. Yeah. Oh man, let's see. I wonder if I can actually, no, I'll change the music in a bit. I got other musics too, so people won't like tear their hair out listening to this like same track over and over again. I think on the hour I'm just gonna change it to another track. Yep, we apparently drove by Fort de Russie. I have no clue if I actually ever saw like a fort there. It's probably just like a park. Looks like the treehouse from Tarzan. Oh yeah, because of the reflection, doesn't it? Yeah, this was the reflection on the other end of the bus. Yeah, that was the reflection on the other end of the bus. And yeah, I didn't notice this until now. It looks kind of cool. Fort de Sussie. All right. I can't. Mooney, how did I not like catch that myself before you said it? Not really a treehouse. Yeah, not really a treehouse. It's just a reflection. But man, I should have come up. I should have come up with Fort de Sussie. But yeah, as you can tell, as you can see right here, it's Fort de Russie. Just another pic of downtown. I don't know what store this is, but apparently over here in Hawaii, they have a PF Chang's. This is mainland stuff. Why is PF Chang's over here? Okay, well, I believe PF Chang's more than like the other restaurant I'm about to show like later on, but Has anybody here ever actually gone to PF Chang's? I don't know if they have PF Chang's in, like, the Philippines, but me, I've never gone to PF Chang's because I just think that's just way too expensive for me. It's like, from what I hear from people, PF Chang's is basically like an upscaled Asian food that's still kind of mid. Yeah, that's what I keep hearing about PF Chang's, is that it's upscaled Asian food that is mid still. So that's why I just never gone there. Yeah. Anyway, that was right there at the island. I don't know which hotel this is. But this is just another, like, picture of, like, the hotels, and I think this is an apartment. No, this is just a hotel. Hotel. There are certain things, certain indicators that would tell people that if something is a hotel or an apartment complex. Yeah, and one of the things that I quickly found out, well, I wouldn't say I quickly found out, I found out while in Hawaii that the determining factor of, like, for the casual eye, of determining whether or not something is an apartment complex or a hotel complex is how much shit do they have stored on, like, the balconies. Because at a certain point, if you live at an apartment complex for a long enough time, you will store stuff on your balcony. If there is, like stuff stored on the balconies, that is a clear indicator that that is an apartment complex. But yeah, these right here, I can already tell, these are hotels. Let's see, what's the next one right here? I just like this picture because of just this dude, this guy right here. Oh wait, there's people in the background. I thought it was just a single picture of just, well, I thought it was just a picture of just this guy, just taking, like, a stance. Just being all suspicious and stuff like that. He's not suspicious. I probably just caught him at a bad time, but I just like this picture. But yeah, here's another picture of the very same place. Asserting dominance, exactly. I like this picture because it looks like he's just asserting dominance there. Even though I probably just caught him at a bad time. He was probably just coming back to his hotel from, like, a morning, like, on the beach. He just wants to relax. He probably got, like, a burn somewhere. But this place right here, I think right next to it, off the picture, there is, I think 2 shaved ice stands. Well, okay, maybe not 2 shaved ice stands. There's like a pair of stands. One of them sells shaved ice that all the tour guides will basically tell you that, yeah, no, this is, like, one of the best shaved ices on the island. I'm here to tell you that, it is not. It's good shaved ice, yes, but it is not one of the best shaved ices. To me, I never took a picture of this place, unfortunately, but there is a hotel just a walks down, like, maybe not a walks down, maybe like a couple of blocks away from this location, underneath a hotel, a small place that has shaved ice in greater quantity at a cheaper price. Now, if only I actually had the name of that place, but we actually caught that place as it was, like, closing down for the day, I think on one of the last days of the trip. But yeah, if you go to Hawaii and they tell you, hey, these 2 stands right in this area right here are the best places to get shaved ice, don't believe them just yet. Especially because of the fact that for most of the day, that place will have a line. This place will have a line because obviously when you're telling, like, tourists that, hey, this is the best place to get shaved ice, most people will just go, yeah, you're right, and then they'll just go there and then just clog up, like, the sidewalk. Yeah, one of the rules about like, being a tourist is that if the tour guides tell you that, hey, this is where everybody goes, as soon as they tell you this is where everybody goes, like, try to treat that place with, like, we won't go there first thing. We're gonna go there, like, if maybe, like, as a backup, because there's gonna be a lot of people in line, because that's what every one of the tour guides will tell people to go to. But here's the thing right here, guys. What the what in the actual hell? Why is this here? Like, sorry to my best friend, one of my best friends who is a Cheesecake Factory appreciator, but why is this in Hawaii? Why is the Cheesecake Factory in Hawaii here? And the crazy part is that the Cheesecake Factory was popping off. Like, actually popping off, no matter what the day or time is. Everybody wanted to go to the Cheesecake Factory. There is a line out the door, like, starting from, like, opening to closing. Like, why? I don't know why people want to go to the Cheesecake Factory. Because, here's the thing. If you're a mainlander, you literally have a Cheesecake Factory probably within driving's distance of you. So why go from that to just going to the Cheesecake Factory again here? Why is this on the island? Why is this here? Why? Why is it here? I'm still so flabbergasted by that. Oh, man. Anyway, I think this is the second day, actually. This is the second day. So on the second day... Oh, I can actually change the music now. Give me a second. Let me change the music so you're not, like, tearing your hair out about this. Boom. And there we go. Oh, wait, give me a second. I gotta make sure that... Yeah. Stop that. Play this. There you go. Perfect. Alright. We got new music. Alright, second day. I just took a lot of landscape pictures this day because the only thing significant about this day was that we went to the north part of the island with a lot of the great ocean views, and then we went to like a shopping center, an open air shopping center. So I'm just gonna quickly go through these pictures. This is the beach that's actually right next to the Honolulu Police Department. And as you can see right here, this is one of the landmarks that you can see like on the beach, which is the statue of Duke Kahanamoku. I think that's his name. Basically, this guy is the reason why surfing is popular. This guy is the reason why surfing is popular. Like no matter what, when it comes to just beaches, surfing is popular because of this guy. Apparently, he won a lot of medals in, like, the Olympics, and then after that, he went on to promote surfing, like, wherever he could. And then it's because of him that, like, surfing is, like, the thing to do on beaches. Another thing, too, is that the thing a lot of people do is they take the they take the lei that they're given, probably at the airport, and then they basically, pay honor to Duke Kahanamoku by just placing it on his arms or just around his neck. Yeah, at a certain point in the vacation, every time we look at the statue, it just gets filled with lei. It just gets filled with lei, which it creates a really cool image. But at a certain point, like, there's got to be somebody that comes by to just remove all the lei, for the week, and just for the tourists to just start it all over again. Yeah, and on this beach too, there is a place to rent surfboards. So if you don't have a surfboard, sorry about that, my throat's getting really dry right now. There's a place to rent surfboards here if you never brought like a surfboard when coming to the island. Yeah, they just have a whole bunch of surfboards to rent there, and I can only assume that these surfboards are kind of expensive to rent, like, especially when it comes to quote-unquote tourist prices. Yeah, I'm just I never did this myself because I don't surf, and I also much less like swim. Yeah, just expect, to me, I'm just gonna assume that there's gonna be some pricing issues there. Anyway, the tour bus comes around to the other end of, like, the Honolulu Strip, and then this right here apparently is a drainage canal. Apparently this is a drainage canal. Honolulu at one point was marshland. Like, it was just marshes. And then when they were industrializing, like, and metropolitanizing the city, They basically like drained out. They redirected the water that would come down from like the mountain and then redirect that out into like the sea using this canal. So that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool to see. Yeah, well, kind of cool to see and hear about. And also these are apartments right there. I'm pretty sure these are apartments. Yeah, because all the hotels are probably just gonna be on like the beach strip of the island, and then past the canal right here is just gonna be like hotels. Apparently, one of these hotels is where former U.S. President Barack Obama lived. I don't know which one though, but apparently one of these hotels, this is where like he lived in his childhood. Interesting, huh? That's another tree. Here is some food. Here's some food that we ate the first day on the island. There is a place on the island called Marukame Udon, I think? Marukane or Marukame Udon. Yeah, basically, they serve udon. That's their main shtick. You can get udon in classic styles such as like dip udon. You can actually have udon mixed with curry like that and stuff like that. Oh, you actually have Marukame udon over like in the Philippines? What? It's over there? Yo, that's actually kind of sick. I would say this is one of the better meals like we've had like on the island. That pic made me hungry and it's midnight right now. Hey, yo, Zell, if you're hungry and it's midnight, you already know what that means. It's time to get some midnight snackies, right? It's time to get some midnight snackies because I'm gonna show like a few more foods in this showcase right here. Oh yeah, it has a bunch of branches in the malls. Oh wow, I didn't know this was a branch. I thought Marukame Udon was just like a local, like at least at most like a chain here like in Hawaii, but nah. It looks like it's actually like an international chain. Huh, interesting. This is also one of the places that the tour guides will say is that the tour guides will say, hey, go to. Yeah. So you can tell that this is one of the places in Honolulu that is gonna have a line out the door, just like with the Cheesecake Factory. Opening till closing, line out the door. So get here before it opens. We actually got here at a really rare time in the day where there actually wasn't a line. So yeah, we got lucky with this. And also we got lucky because it was during this time too that they actually had their seasonal tempura. They sell tempura by like the piece actually. So don't expect to order tempura and you get a plate. Yeah, when you get tempura, you actually like pick it out by the piece and you pay by the piece of tempura. So that's why I didn't get a lot. Because if it was just like, hey, get like an assorted plate of tempura, I would just get like a whole plate of it. But no, they pay by the you pay by the piece here. You only ate once, but you ate the. Yeah, Muniane, I'd saying that on stream. Can't middle of the work right now. Need to finish this ASAP while listening to you. Aw, man. I'm sorry, Zell. I'm also gonna be sorry in the future too, because like I said, I'm gonna show like more food as well. I don't think that Mooney, I don't think they actually called it that where you were. I think they might have. I mean, I have a feeling it might have been called something different, but you read it as that. That has happened to me too. Oh shoot, this okay. This just reminds me. At a certain point yesterday, like, let me tell you, I misread something yesterday. Like, I posted about this on like Twitter, but I misread grated blend as garlic bread. Like, there was a Parmesan cheese like shaker that that I read as garlic bread when it actually said grated blend. So Sometimes people's brains just don't work. Mine especially doesn't a lot of the time. It's pronounced differently. I don't... Okay, the word you're talking about, it is like pronounced as is, but let me tell you that there is a possibility that you might have misread it. It could have been something different. I wish I had a picture of the menu, but I don't have that right now, so... Yeah, actually, you know what? Let me go and see if... No, I can't do that right now. If I switch windows right now, this whole thing will go transparent and it will actually show my desktop. So I can't do that at the moment. So yeah. Yeah, anyway, this is what we ate. I got the dip udon. I forgot what it's called. But I got the large bowl and this is the sauce you have with it. I know I probably didn't eat it properly, but I think this is my preferred way to eat ramen. Or like any kind of like udon, noodles, yakisoba or anything, just with a dip. This is actually like my preferred way. Because, wait, beef wonton, really? That's what it's actually called? I'm so like surprised. You thought it was gonna be like those cold noodles, it was just lukewarm. Oh, wait, it was actually lukewarm, it's not cold? Well, it's a good thing I didn't get that then. Like, I just got the, I think it's the standard dip one. Yeah, like I was saying, I like, sukemen and, dip, like, noodles, because when you separate the broth and, like, the noodles, if they do it right, then, like, the dip is gonna be super concentrated and very flavorful. That's what I prefer when it comes to like my like broths and dips, like super flavorful, super concentrated. And if you just spread that out like in a bowl, it just kind of gets diluted. So that's why I like having it separate like this. Yeah. There was also this curry one right here. Apparently this one was really filling, but man, the other folks in my family, I think they kind of overdid it with the ordering, because I know for a fact that half of them didn't finish. So yeah, we had to do takeout over there, and it's like, but then it will get cold. Also, the katsu over here, okay, let me tell you, the katsu over at Marukame, it, in my opinion, is not that great because it wasn't crunchy. But then again, they got the katsu that had like the curry spread over it. So that may have affected like the crunchiness. Yeah, it may have affected the crunchiness a bit. So yeah. Anyway, though, this is pretty good. I would say this is I would say Marukame udon, I'd give like a 6.5. A 6.5. It's good. Teetering on very good. So yeah, 6.5. Oh, I also got this too. It's a custard Danish. I got a custard Danish, not at Marukame udon, but at a shopping plaza right down the block from it. Yeah, this one was oh man. It was not as good as I thought it was gonna be, but it was still like my preferred kind of pastry, which is like, you know, custard pastries. So I'm like, okay, well, I'd give this specific pastry right here also a 6 to 6.5. Yeah. The only reason I'm giving it a 6 to 6.5 is that this thing cost like, I think, $3 or some odd just for a single one. It must be because of the custard, but still though, that's kind of pricey for me. This is an interesting pick I took because if you look up here, there are people up here, and I don't know, like, this is a hotel, I think. No, this isn't a hotel. This is like, I think at the bottom there's like businesses, but I don't know if this is a hotel or not. Yeah, I don't think this is a hotel. This is actually just like a small business complex, but there's a restaurant at the top of the hotel. No, not the hotel. At the top of the complex. I still just don't know what that is. Apparently, they have really nice parties up here, but I can't even tell you what this place actually is. I've, like, seen several different, like, parties happen on top of this, like, building right here, and part of me really wanted to go up here, but I could not find... Fuck it, you're going out to eat? Boss could wait, Tubby first. There, that's the spirit, Zell. That's the spirit. Go and fill that stomach. Fill that tummy up. Yeah, just do it. Eat. If you gotta eat, do it. I don't blame you. Shoot, I'm getting hungry too, but there's still a lot of pictures to go through. I might actually just rapid fire this because because I get off track a lot. Still though. This place right here, never got a chance to go up to because you probably need, like, either an invitation or some sort of fancy thing, and that's my headcanon. It's probably that there's probably just some sort of back way, like, elevator to get up there. Woo! Hey, Zell, thank you for the follow. Hope you have a good meal, alright? Alright, this is the same shopping plaza with the shaved ice. They have a coffee place up here. But only thing significant about this pic is all the old folks that are just, like, hanging out, just sitting right here. I don't know, for some reason, one of the things that I like seeing while just walking out is just all, like, the seniors, like, all the older people just, like, just relaxing and just sitting and then just, like, letting, just enjoying, just basking. I don't know, I like that. It just has a comfy vibe about it. I'm weird, okay? I like comfy vibes. But yes, I did get the shaved ice. I did get the shaved ice from the tourist recommended place. And this is what I got. It's coconut flavored. And also has ice cream jellies. And to be honest, this thing melted before I could finish it. So this was kind of a dud for me. So this specific experience... 4. I would say a 4. Oh, now here's the thing that I'd never figured out until now. So when things start to turn night over over in this part of the island, one of their lighting sources, just for, like, the spectacle of it, is, like, these, like, torches right here. Yeah, one would try to assume at some point, how do they light these torches? How do they light these torches, these tiki torches and everything? This is how they light it. Literally, a worker comes by with a blowtorch on a stick, like a literal broomstick, like duct taped to a broomstick, and then they just, like, light it this way. Like, this is how they do it. Like, there isn't some sort of button that you press, like, for each business that's like, hey, yeah, let's turn on the torches. Yeah, let's turn on the torches. No, literally some guy walks by and then just lights all the torches with a blowtorch. The illusion! My illusion is broken. Anyway, my illusion is broken. Also, props to this guy. There's probably more people that he probably works with, like, a couple of people to light all of these torches. But at this point in time, like, props to this guy for being the guy that does it, because there was a lot of torches in this marketplace to light, and I think he lit all of them. Ooh, this right here, this was actually a private party. With singers and everything. I think this was like a birthday or something? Yeah, a birthday or like a wedding or something. I have no clue. It could be a birthday, could be a reception. But this was actually at the hotel. It was actually the Pink Hotel. I call it the Pink Hotel because I cannot remember the name of it. I think it might be like a Hilton or something. But this hotel, one of its significant attributes is that it is painted pink, just like the Kaiser Hospital that's on, I think, one of the hillsides of the island. Basically, if a building is painted pink in Hawaii, that is considered, I would say that's considered like a significant building, I guess. I think it's probably because of that pink hospital. But yeah, this hotel is painted much in the same way. So I just call it the Pink Hotel. This is a hotel that is very well known in Honolulu. So yeah. And apparently there are a lot of parties hosted back here. As you can see, one is being hosted right now. Definitely, like, I heard Hawaiian singing. Very nice. Very, very peaceful. Oh, actually, before we get into these images, though. Yeah. The funny thing about this party, though, was that you couldn't step into this area because they literally had signs and, like, barriers here that said private party. But nothing... there are literally no pictures. Well, not no pictures. There are no signs that said you can't take video or, like, pictures. So I think my dad... yeah, I think my dad, he actually took a video of, like, the performance here. And then me, I just took, like, a picture. Yeah. So... I really wonder what this was about. Anyway... I think we actually exited that hotel and then looped back around to get to, the actual beachfront of the island. The actual, like, hotel beachfront of the island where everybody else was, just to see the sunset. And this, in my opinion, was one of the high points of the vacation, because these pictures, man, the sunset on this day was so nice, to the point where all of these people, this is a thing that a lot of people do, they line up this sea barrier right here, and just watch the sunset. And these are the pictures that I took of the sunset, and these are actually wallpaper worthy, in my opinion. These are actually wallpaper worthy. These are so nice. Look at that. Oh man, just the sun peeking out of, like, the clouds, and then just it slowly, like, descending, the sun slowly descending behind it. See the light rays and everything. It was just such a peaceful day. It was so peaceful. I don't know why I took a picture of that hotel, but look at that. Wallpaper worthy. Absolutely wallpaper worthy. And dang, this is one of the things that made me, like, really like the vacation starting off. Just just this site and the cooling, like, weather, the further the sun went down. Yeah, I took a lot of pictures. Also, there's this guy right there. Yeah. Oh man, we basically stayed at this location until the sun went completely down, and then we saw everybody start walking away from, like, the beach, because yeah, the thing about the beaches here, or at least this beach in particular, is that they don't actually have any torches lining the beaches, so people can actually just hang out there when it becomes night. No. The beach is completely dark. It's actually completely dark at a certain point in the day. Yeah. See, this beach right here, there are no torches lining it, so once it goes dark, it goes completely dark. So when sun goes down, everybody starts walking away, like, just like that. Yeah, look at that. It's such a nice sight. This is such a nice sight, in my opinion. This is such a nice sight. Like I said, I didn't go into the water. Like, I don't think I even touched the sand here. But I did take some good pictures of it. Yeah, this is basically where we were at. Very relaxing, very relaxing. This is the next day. This is the next day. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, wait, I think that was still the first day, actually. I think that specifically was still the first day. This might be the second day. Oh man, this is gonna take a while, isn't it? Yeah, basically on this day, I think this is the day where we actually went to the north part of the island and then went to, like, the shopping center. Yeah. So, this is where we were waiting for the trolley. I think with the trolley, there was like 4 different lines. We took the one that takes us to the north part of the island. This is the Waikiki Beachcomber. No, this isn't actually the Beachcomber. Wait, no, I keep getting the hotels mixed up. There's the Beachcomber. There's the Hilton. There's a lot of hotels that like I saw that I keep getting mixed up. A lot of them were Hiltons though. I think. Oh, this is the Moana Surf Rider. I'm so stupid. This is literally the very first hotel in like on the island, the very first one, and then I got the name wrong. I feel bad. But yeah, the Moana Surf Rider is actually the very first hotel that was ever built on the island and is basically a landmark. And this is definitely a place that was filmed at a lot in the Hawaii Five-0 show, because why wouldn't you? It's literally the first hotel, and plus it has like a nice backdrop. If you actually go inside the lobby and see, it's just like a straight walkway through from here to the beach. Yeah. Very nice, very nice. And actually, right next to the Moana Surf Rider is actually the Honolulu Police Department. See? This is the Honolulu Police, like... I don't know if this is the police department or just, like, the police, like, outpost or, like, checkpoint here. But, yeah, this is where the Honolulu Police is. And they don't even have their own, like, parking lot for their vehicles. They actually just park on the side of the road. Yeah. But, yeah, here's the other part of the beach. This is in the same area as the Duke Kahanamoku statue. I think I took a picture of that again. Yep, there you go. Yeah, see, like I said, it has even more lay on it. I took a couple of pictures of that. This is one of the cafes that you can just sit at with all the chairs, like looking out towards the sea. If you just want to relax underneath some shade, maybe like eat some shaved ice or something. That's someone taking a picture in front of that just man-made formation right there. I don't know who this is. I actually don't know who this is. The tour guide told us about this person, but I completely forgot that whole entire spiel. Yes, I did take a picture of people playing volleyball, but it's not for the reason you would think. It's literally because this was the only like volleyball game that went on the entire trip. Like, the entire trip so far, this is the only volleyball game that was happening. It's like, wait, where's the people playing volleyball? Like, I don't care if it's men, women, or, like, kids. I just want to see people playing volleyball. And then, well, there you go. This is the only one that I saw. So I'm like, all right. Also, okay, let me tell you something. These women were really good at volleyball, and honestly, like, if I were playing volleyball, I would just fall flat on my face. Like, my face would, like hit the sand. I do not have great physical coordination, so volleyball would just not be a thing for me. Anyway, so yeah, they were playing volleyball. That's another picture of the... Why do I like taking a picture of this tree? Like, these kind of trees, I just keep liking to take pictures of them. I think this is another statue of Duke Kahanamoku. I think that is. Yeah, I think that's another picture of him. Picture? Wow. Statue. Yeah, there's that, let's see. Here we go. Here's something that's interesting that I didn't go to either. Holy crap, there's a lot of places I didn't go to here. The Waikiki Aquarium. Holy crap, I probably could have realistically gone here at one of these days, at one of the days, but I completely forgot of its existence. Yeah, this is the Waikiki Aquarium, and this is apparently the smallest aquarium in the United States. This is the smallest aquarium. Yeah. So I can only imagine how small this place actually is, like, compared to the price you're paying to get in there. But yeah, smallest aquarium. I really wonder how it's like in there, and I'm kind of a little bit upset at myself for completely forgetting to actually go here while there. Oh well. Here's what it is. Here's another picture of the aquarium. Not really a good one. I still think I like this one better. That's another hotel. Ah. So, when we're actually getting to the north part of the island, driving to there, We actually get out of the city, and then you can actually see like the mountains in the background right here. I don't know what mountains these are, but let me tell you something. The mountain range on the island was very nice to look at. It was so good. It was so pretty. Oh my goodness. Like, it actually, like, almost made me want to hike up there, but here's the thing about me and being physical. It just doesn't happen. I would probably be, like, out of breath, even, like, 1/18 up, like, the hiking trail. I do not have any endurance, so I cannot hike. Anyway, I believe this is a hotel. The reason why I believe this is a hotel is because I don't think I see anything stored on the balconies here. Yeah, I don't think I see anything stored on like any of the balconies here, so I think this might actually be like a hotel motel or something like that. Ah, so now we actually get into the houses. Okay, so we're now getting into the housing part of the island, and this is where I'm gonna say this straight up. How much do you think each of these houses are starting at? The lowest starting for these houses. Like let me tell you. What do you think is the lowest starting for these houses? I'm gonna give you like 15 seconds to guess. Cause man, when I heard the price, my heart sank. For something this small. Yeah, let me tell you. These houses, they start off at 1.5 million. 1.5 million. And that is for anybody who is not half Hawaiian. Half Hawaiian blood. Anybody who's half like Hawaiian blood, well, okay, I wouldn't say like even for like half Hawaiian. There's apparently a thing here with Hawaii where if you're half Hawaiian, the yearly that you pay on like your house will be like, I think like $1 or something. Yeah, but when it comes to just like home prices, even something like this small will cost you 1.5 million. So 1.5 million plus is what you're looking at if you want to move into a home on this island. So no wonder a lot of people live in apartments. This is in one of the suburban areas on the island. This is actually like a seaside park. That guy has a nice like scooter right there. That's actually a really nice scooter in my opinion. Anyway, this is another one of the houses. Like I said, 1.5 million you're looking at right here starting off. Even more of them. This one right here, this is a mansion. This is actually like probably just like a mansion. And this easily 2 to 3 probably. 2 to 3. That's a lighthouse. I don't know which lighthouse it is, but it is a lighthouse. There's a lighthouse again. Here is the views. Here is the views on the way to our first stop. Just look at the ocean. Look at the ocean. And I think those are actually people in the... I don't know if those are actually... Those might actually be... Yeah, no, those are people down there. They actually, like, swim in that, too. So it actually might be safe to swim in there. I thought there was no people right there, but there's actually people. How I know there's people is that there's a freaking surfer right here and there. Yeah, look at that. Look at all this nice, like, views right here. Very nice. And I think during this trolley ride too, the driver specifically slowed down on this, like, bridge that passes over, like, these views. Because there was nobody behind us. So props to that guy. Here's another one of the very expensive homes that you can get for the low price of $3 million. That's just one of the parks in the suburban areas. Yep, just more pictures of like the suburban area of Honolulu. I think that's one of the schools there. I don't know which school that one is. What is this one here? DOE Facilities Maintenance Branch. I have no clue what that is. Yeah. As you can see in the background here, there's actually a lot of houses. A lot more houses than you think that are, like, on the island. That stretches all the way up, like, up the little mountains here. All of them. All of them. In the millions. Unless you're half Hawaiian. I think that's how that law works. I don't know. Oh man, look at that. Ah, right here. This is actually one of the cemeteries that are, I think this is still in the suburban area of the island. Yeah, this isn't the famous cemetery for all the military personnel, but this is just a local cemetery. A lot of the headstones, I don't think you'll ever see like a headstone in Hawaii that is like a standing headstone. It's always just going to be a flat headstone. Now, I don't know if that extends to like other parts of the US, but at least for here, there are no standing headstones. Nice views right there. More of the suburban lands. That is... I don't know if that's a school or not. I actually don't know if that's a school or not. But yeah, just a lot of nicer pictures of just the suburban area, the suburbanites. Wait, no, suburbanite refers to people. Of the suburban housing and just areas. That is, yep, just another house. Costs you in the millions. Another millions right there. More millions. More millions. Definitely more than 2 million. Definitely more than 2 million. Probably in the 2 millions. Yep. Seaside beaches. This house right here, I will say, is probably in the 2 millions as well. A nice look over of like the ocean again. Somebody on their boat right here. They're doing construction work. They're extending like the land out here a little bit. Huh, landscaping. They're actually landscaping down there. Ah, this is one of the hiking trails, actually. This right here is actually a hiking trail. You go up to this mountain, and then there's like a little bowl in there. And apparently this is one of the safer ones, because I think the least safe hiking trail that you can do in Hawaii, you can only do illegally, because that hiking trail is closed off to the public now. This one is one of the, I don't think it's the safest trail. Well, the easiest trail, not the safest, but easiest trail. It's not one of the easiest ones, but it is one that's still open to people. I don't know what this one is called, though, but this is the trail. You just go up that mountain. Okay, nice. Very nice. Very nice view of the ocean again. A lot of pictures that I would deem as very wallpaper worthy. Yeah, and I'll also have you know that I'm actually rapid firing through these because, well, I want to make sure I end this around like maybe 2 to 3 hours, okay? I just want to say that during this trolley ride here, I would say the tour guide was pretty humorous. There was a lot of jokes that kind of made you tug your like collar a little bit, but yeah, for the most part, he was pretty humorous. I like those tour guides. Those kind of tour guides that basically when you've worked a job long enough, you start to have like this humor about it, and I think this is the kind of like, he was the kind of guy that actually had that kind of humor about it. So at least it's good about that. Like I said, though, there were some jokes that made you kind of tug your collar a little bit, so it wasn't completely like 100%, but yeah, good enough, right? Still more wallpaper worthy images right here. Just the coastline. Look at that coastline right there. Look at that nice coastline, and I'm pretty sure there are people like down there just like admiring the coastline, even though that this is probably deeper than like any of the beaches. So don't jump in from there probably. More pictures of it, more pictures. Let's see. There's a picture I wanted to show here. This beach down here. Apparently this is a filming location for like a pretty well-known movie back in the day. This was one of the filming locations, and this is a small beach that people apparently go to, as you can tell by a lot of these people right here. I would have done that, but we were on like a schedule, and we could only spend so long down here. So, well, sorry about that. Man, I am yawning right now a lot. Yes, I totally, yes, I'm gonna be completely honest, I did not sleep, for so long last night. I think I only slept like 3 hours. Like, I think I only slept for like 3 hours. So one of the things I'm gonna do today after I eat is actually sleep, because I still have to go out in the evening. Another reason why I have to make this quick too. But anyway, I don't know which movie it was that was filmed down here, but yeah. It's a nice beach. I would have definitely spent some time down there if I could only, right? I don't know why I took this picture. This was just of an old man who's trying to see how far he could go, like, past the beach. Like, yeah, see, into this area right here. I'm like, why are you going there? My guy, why are you going there? I mean, he's probably gonna end up at this part of the beach here, at this part of the coast, but I don't know why he's doing that. This is a rock formation right here. I can't tell you if that was man-made or not, but apparently this is one of the things to see at this stop. This rock formation. Bro, I don't know if this is man-made or not. Look at that. Look at that. It's not a beach, but it's still a nice view. This one's also a nice view. I like the color of the ocean here. The ocean here is actually blue. Look at this. This is actually a blue, like blue water up to the coast. I don't think I would have ever thought I was gonna see that at a certain point in my life. But yeah, I see that. I saw that and I'm like, wow, amazing. Oh yeah, we also drove by on this tour. There was actually like a training exercise for rescue ops. Yeah, because this helicopter, this route that they're doing, this like special exercise, is specifically to train people to train folks to help folks that get stranded on like the hiking trail. Like when it comes to the hiking trail, apparently there's a lot of people who just end up getting so exhausted on the trail that they don't have the energy to go down, or they experience some injury while on the trail. They fall down like a cliffside that they shouldn't even be looking like over, and it's up to these guys to like fly in and help them. So yeah, this is the training exercise that they were doing. So it was cool to see that. We stopped a little bit on like at least this part of like the small beach, the overlook. Very nice look right there. Somebody's boat. There's another picture of the small beach right there. I think I got a pic. Yeah, see, I got a picture of this too. Like their training exercise. Yeah, their rescue like training exercise. Yeah, very cool that it was happening like that day. So we actually like could hear the helicopter just like blaring above us. I don't remember taking this pic at all. But here's Rabbit Island. Okay, one of these is Rabbit Island, but basically, to those of you that don't know, Rabbit Island is a famous landmass in Hawaii. Well, on like near like the island, that is apparently in the shape of a rabbit, and actually at one point had a whole bunch of rabbits just like living and vibing like on it. I don't know if it was the small one or this one right here, but yeah, apparently at some point this island was just filled with rabbits. But apparently it doesn't anymore. There's no rabbits on the island. It's just barren. But they still call it Rabbit Island for what it once was. Now, I can tell you that to me, this doesn't look like a rabbit. This looks more like a turtle. So it'd be nice if it was called Turtle Island, because that would actually make more sense. But Rabbit Island just for like the history of it, right? Yeah. More pictures of Rabbit Island and just another beach. I think at a certain point we actually stopped at another, it wasn't an aquarium, but it was actually another water show. Well, not another water show. It was a place where they hold like water shows like in SeaWorld. We actually stopped right there for a little bit. And that was actually a stop that you could go to. I wish I kind of did. I didn't go to any of the aquariums or any of the sea shows here, which is one of the things I probably should have done. Maybe the next time I go, right? Maybe the next time I go. Here is an example of one of the mountain ranges you can look at while going through like the island. The mountain ranges right here. Very beautiful, very nice to look at. I can only imagine what the view is for somebody that's standing on top of that. Unfortunately, you can't stand on top of that because you just can't hike up it for public safety reasons. Yeah, very nice, very nice. The thing is, though, someone can still paraglide. They can still paraglide from up there. I don't know if they got reprimanded for that or not, but I don't think you can actually be up there. This is one of the golf courses. This is actually, yeah, this is actually one of the golf courses on the island. I'm not a particularly big fan of golf, so you could tell what my thoughts about it was. Okay, well, you probably can't tell, but I just really wasn't interested. It's a golf course. I'm not too big into golf, okay? I don't know why I even took a picture of it. I don't know why I took a picture of this. Government property. See, this is one of the reasons why he probably got reprimanded for paragliding, because government property, no trespassing. You just can't. If you go over here, then you get a hit with the fine and probably a little bit of an overnight stay at the police department, you know? When we looped back into the island, just another view of like the suburban housing. Like I said, a lot more houses than what one may think. More pictures of that. More pictures of the homes. A guy in... definitely a local in his nice car right there. God. Not only does he spend so much on the house, but he actually spends a lot on the car. Oh, God. Yep, more of the houses. More of the houses. This is one of the houses that really, like, caught my eye, because this was, like, I think Japanese or, like, Chinese style, like, I think it might be Japanese style roofing, but it's really blue. It really stuck out. It really stuck out right there. Let's see. You know, a Texaco right here in case you need gas. What's the gas like? Oh, wow, $5.19. Not as bad as certain places in the US, that's for sure. Still bad though, but still not as bad. $5.19. Apartment complex. I would think that's an apartment complex. Or a hotel. I think that might be a hotel, actually. Yeah, we're just going back into the city. And we actually got on another trolley to go look at the more governmental parts, more the historical governmental parts of the city. Here's City Hall. This is City Hall right here. Apparently these columns right here are meant to represent palm trees. And the bottom here is like open air circulation right here, and this this slanted dome here at this specific part of the building is meant to represent a volcano. So yeah, it's a really nice city hall. It's a really nice city hall. And this insignia right here is suspended in the air. I can only imagine how heavy that is. And man, if one of these chains break and then it kills someone, that, oh man, I can oof, man. I can only imagine that the chains right here, like, suspend it really well. I would hope that they do. Yep, that's City Hall. Look down here, open air, open circulation. Kind of like how one would see with, like, Samoan housing. Because when it comes to Samoan housing, like traditional, like ancient Samoan housing, the houses are more like roofs. So I guess it's kind of like built in that kind of same way. Or at least references, like, that part of one of the many, like, cultures that make up of Hawaii. Oh, and this right here, this is the monument. This is the monument to, I think, let's see. Yeah, this is the Veterans Memorial that's right across from City Hall. This flame right here is supposed to be ever burning, so it does not go out. I guess even in rain too? It'd be kind of interesting to see how rain would affect it. Maybe there's some sort of mechanism inside the like inside the statue right here that keeps this thing burning even in like even in rain, because it did rain a couple of times while like here, while there in Central Intermediate School. I don't know if this is actually still an active school or just, like, you know, a historical building. I can't tell you. Yep, this is another view of another part of the suburban housing, of the housing, like, on the island. I don't know why. I just like taking these kinds of pics, just to show just how much bigger the island is than I previously thought. That's somebody's van. Oh, right here. This dome right here, this little dome right here, the stadium right here, that's all part of, like, this high school down here. And this is apparently the high school that Bruno Mars went to. Yeah, this is apparently this is apparently the high school that Bruno Mars went to. Yeah. Huh. I didn't even know this was a high school. I thought, you know what? I literally thought this thing right here was a church. Because only with churches do I see towers and domes. Anything with a tower and dome, I just immediately think is a church. But no, that's a high school. And that's the high school track and stadium. Let's see, what else is here? Here is the famous cemetery on the island for military personnel. Yep. And that is the famous statue that is in the cemetery. I completely forgot what that statue is called. I've completely forgot what the statue is called. But yeah, I think the epitaph on here, well, the epitaph is on, like, gravestones. This one, what it says on here, the solemn pride that must be yours to have laid so vastly a sacrifice. Basically, it's just, like, honoring the military personnel that lost their lives in service to the United States. So yeah, that's what the cemetery is. I think only military personnel, well, actually, I don't think only military personnel are laid to rest here, because there are some grave sites right here that are actually of pretty notable people. One of them being one of the victims of the Challenger spacecraft explosion. That one, I think it was the Challenger. Yeah, one of the crewmates is buried right here. Oh yeah, that's another etching right there. Apparently from what the tour guide tells me, well, from what the tour guide told us, This is at half-mast on this specific day because somebody's being laid to rest there. So a funeral was actually taking place at the cemetery at the time, just probably out of like eye view of the tour bus. And apparently these trees were imported from China. These trees right here. These trees were imported from China, and to the US military, they use these as a tactical advantage because they could just hide like their military equipment under them. So from sky view, like if an enemy is doing reconnaissance, it would be hard to see like the US military's like gear and everything because they're just under these like really huge umbrella trees. I don't know what these trees are called, but I think that's how it was explained to us on the tour. I don't know which temple this is. This is definitely Japanese, I think, but I don't know which temple this is. This is definitely not the Byodo-in temple that is on the island. That's on the quiet end of the island. This is Lomsai Hotong, and to be completely fair, I don't know if this is a restaurant or not. I have no clue. I just looked at it and I'm like, hey, 1899 to 1953. It's still open though. I don't know what this building is. I also don't know what this is. Nor that. Ah, here we go. This is the courthouse. This is the courthouse in Honolulu. And this is the statue of the most famous of the King Kamehamehas. One of the most prominent kings of like Hawaii. And this place specifically right here is the headquarters of basically the crew in Hawaii 5-0. Yeah, turns out that the headquarters for the crew in the show, it doesn't actually take place in some sort of police department or anything. It actually takes place in a courthouse. Like, the entire courthouse, or at least a wing of it, is used for the show. When it was still, like, being filmed. But yeah, this is actually a courthouse and not, like, some sort of, like, police department or something. But yeah. And apparently the statue of Kamehameha is not the original statue. The original statue is actually erected on the big island in his hometown. This one is just a replica, but it's a famous replica. And here, this is one of the like more expensive, smaller hotels in the area, in the city. And it's most famous for its hanging pool. This pool that juts out from the roof of the hotel. And if you go out far enough, you can actually see into the street below. And then, of course, everybody makes jokes about, hey, wow, I wonder if anybody's gonna swim in there so we can actually see how they swim, quote unquote. Yeah, I get it. You want to see people in their swimwear when they're like in full view of everybody. I get it, okay? But it's still cool. There's a TJ Maxx on the island. I can never escape TJ Maxx. Oh, here's some of the penthouses. These are very expensive penthouses, well into the millions to buy, but these are the penthouses located right next to the Waikiki shopping center, I believe. Oop, give me a second, I need to... Ooh, I sneezed right there. But I know to mute myself now. I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself. You understand, I'm so proud of myself for that. Oh, man. Anyway, these are the penthouses located next to the Waikiki shopping center. Very expensive, well in the millions. And apparently, Elon Musk, one of these penthouses belongs to him. Probably one of the topmost ones. Yeah, one of these penthouses belongs to him, and he's only there for like a couple of weeks, like in the year, to like vacation in like Hawaii or something. So, yeah. Apparently Elon Musk lives here for like a small portion of like the year. Huh. I don't know what the appeal of penthouses are for me. But I mean, the view is nice because it's literally looking out towards like the beach, and you have these really big windows right there. Oh yeah, so at the shopping center, the first thing we did was eat food, which was my priority. My priority when it comes to vacationing is to eat. And what I ate right there is at a place called Ramen Barrio or something. It is a Japanese chain that expanded to Hawaii, and they had tsukemen. I finally found a place that had tsukemen. I don't know if I vocalized this issue that I've had before, but man, for the longest time I could not find a place that had tsukemen. But in Hawaii, finally found a place that had it. So I had it, and I was like, okay, this is my way of having ramen now. This is my preferred way of having ramen. The only issue I have with this specific like tsukemen right here is that I think this right here, the dip, could use a little less broth. A little less broth, make it more concentrated, and boom. Why is my hat a fish? Because I just had a vacation in Hawaii. Elofi, that's my flimsy reason. That's my flimsy reason. Because I had a vacation in Hawaii. And you know what? Fish. Why is your necklace flowers? That's called a lei. That is a this is a traditional flower necklace in Hawaii. Are there fishes on Hawaii? I'm pretty sure there's fishes when I'm pretty sure that there is fishes when there is the ocean. Are there flowers on Hawaii? You know, it could be that the flowers are all just a lie. Are there ghosts on Hawaii? Good question. I don't think. Let me get with my ghost hunting buddies to see if they actually ever like went there. How many ghosts did I see? The only ghost that I saw is the ghost in the mirror, which is my pale ass. Look, I know the model's not pale, but compared to other Filipinos, I am pale as hell, so I could just you could just say that I'm the ghost that I saw. So technically, maybe there was a ghost in Hawaii, and it was me. Is the fish hat your favorite food? No, I mean, look, this fish is only here because I requested him to be on there. He's doing fine. He's gonna return to the ocean at some point. Look, he's not suffocating. He's not suffocating. No, he's not gonna be my food either. Because he is totally still alive and totally like gonna be okay after this. How many times did I get bitten by sharks? I never went to the ocean. I mentioned this in the beginning of the stream. I never went to the ocean. Because I can't swim. Did I eat Pokeballs every day? I ate Pokeball, I think, once or twice. Just once or twice. The Pokeball I did eat, though, I think it was ahi tuna, and the other one was octopus. Both very good. My favorite, though, was the octopus, though. The octopus was so good. Honestly, I'm a big fan of octopus now. Very good, very good. But yeah, right now, though, I would say this tsukemen was about 7 to 8. About a 7 to 8 for me. I think it more like a 7 out of 10. It was very good. It was very good. I only got a couple of pictures of the mall, but this is the largest open air mall in Hawaii. And it's filled with stores that you would expect. Exactly. It's just filled with like pink, Monsler, okay, there's a story about this. I have a short spiel about this, but was it a slimy octopus? No, it was actually not slimy. It was saucy because it had like a very umami sauce on it, but yeah, it it was actually slimy. It was actually chopped up in very like fine discs, which is what I prefer. I don't like eating octopus pieces that have the suction cups like stick to like my throat and stuff like that. Just like little tiny discs, you know? Did I see any ants? Surprisingly, very few. I did see a lot of flies though. Flies, man, they are abundant over there in Hawaii. Like there's a lot of flies. Just not a lot of ants, funnily enough. But this right here, I want to say, when did Nordstrom start selling gelato? Like, Nordstrom is a clothing store, but what is this, like, trend of, like, clothing stores selling, like, snacks and, like, ice cream and, like, sweets and stuff like that? Because there's another clothing store that I will show later on that actually has very similar. You can get gelato, and I'm like, what? I go to a clothing store to buy clothes, not to buy ice cream. Okay, well, okay, look, gelato is gelato, ice cream is ice cream, but you know what? Still though, when I get desserts, I expect them to get them from dessert places, not clothing stores. How many bananas did I eat? 0. I did eat one banana flavored thing, which was shaved ice, but I did not eat any bananas. In fact, if you were in Hawaii, you would find more coconuts than bananas. And how many coconuts did I eat? You don't eat coconuts, you drink from them. And then you eat, you know, the meat of it, the shavings on the inside, but you know, semantics, right? But yeah, that was a nice place. This mall was a nice place. Very, very kind of relaxing to be here. Still hot as hell though, humid. Hawaii is humid. Who knew? Another picture of the harbor. There's the Hilton Hawaiian Village. The Hilton Hawaiian Village is 7 hotels composing, like, comprising one, like, stretch of, like, village, quote-unquote. So 7 hotels owned by Hilton, and this is its own little, like, little town. It's kind of interesting. These statues, very cool, too. I completely forgot the story about them, but I think this guy's supposed to be a hawk. And then he's pointing up in the direction he's supposed to fly in. I don't know. Ah, yes. In the Hilton Hawaiian Village, too, they actually have performances that happen there. It's, like, only from, like, time to time. This was the only one that we've seen, and we didn't even get to stay for it. Yeah, we didn't even get to stay for it. Sad. But hey, at least we caught a glimpse of it, right? Let's see. What's my favorite animal? I actually don't have. Well, it might be cats. It might be cats. And speaking of cats, I think one of the last pictures, like, that's gonna be a part of like the showcase right here. I saw one cat in Hawaii, like one cat, and he was sleeping on like a little tiny roof, and it was like, "Oh, you precious little thing! You're the only cat I've seen here." But yeah, it was a good cat, just chilling. Let's see. This is, I think, in front of the Pink Hotel. I actually went back out here in the middle of the night just to see how the beachfront was, like at night. And yeah, that's how I found out that there was nothing illuminating the beachfront, so it was just all dark. So that was kind of a dud. But I did get the pictures of these cool illuminated purple trees that's in front of the Pink Hotel, you know? Yeah, well, it's purple because of, like, the lights that are just in the bushes right here. I don't know why they chose purple specifically, but hey, it has a nice ambiance to it. This I took a picture of again in poorer quality, but this is just me driving the point home that there are parties that happen on top of this, like, complex right here, just nightly. And I don't know if this is like a restaurant or not. I'm just so interested into what that is. Like, man. Oh, another thing too. Yes. Again, at the end of the day, like I said, from opening till like night, Cheesecake Factory. Cheesecake Factory has a line. But I ask again, why go to the Cheesecake Factory? Why go to the Cheesecake Factory when you're in Hawaii, when you can still do that on the mainland? I can understand if it was like foreign travelers who don't have Cheesecake Factory in their country and they want to go here. And I guess I could give them the benefit of the doubt in saying that, yeah, these are probably like foreigners who don't have Cheesecake Factory in their country. So I can understand that, but damn, why does it have to be like such a long line? Like, what is it about Cheesecake Factory that's just so like good to people, or like so interesting, you know? How many strip clubs did I visit? Haha, I did not find any, because you actually have to look really hard for those. They aren't out in the open as some would think. They're actually more hidden, and honestly, I have no interest in going to any of them. But if I did, I would definitely have to like search really deep for them. This is one of my favorite like pictures right here. This like alleyway right here is this I think it's called Surfboard Alleyway or Surfboard Alley. Basically, these are these surfboards line this alley, and if you go down this alley, you end up straight at the beach. I don't know if these surfboards are owned by anybody in particular. I think these just might be here for show, because some of these definitely look newer than others, some look older than others, some are actually stored away. I wonder if these actually belong to anyone, or they just belong to the hotel, you know? Another picture of the Moana Surf Rider at night. One of the things here that really surprised me is that there's a Lawson. Like, look at this. There's a Lawson in Hawaii. I thought Lawson was only a Japanese thing, but Lawson apparently expanded to Hawaii. And I didn't try anything from Lawson. And I really wanted to. I wanted to try some of the bentos that they have in Lawson, but I never got a chance to, because like every time I was about to get something from Lawson, I just remembered that I had something left over from like the previous day that I still need to eat. Man, that sucks. I wanted to get something from here, even though it's not a true Lawson's, because a true Lawson's would be in like Japan, and they would actually have like a more like Japanese selection, and like probably more higher quality bentos and stuff like that. Will I go back to Hawaii tomorrow? If I didn't have to like work... Well, okay, I'm not working tomorrow, but if I didn't have to work in the week, absolutely. I feel like I can squeeze out like maybe like 1 or 2 more days there, but yeah. I probably won't be back there for like maybe like a year or 2 or something. Maybe even 3. I do want to go back there at some point. Definitely. Let's see, what else is here? There's another picture of the Duke Kahanamoku statue with even more lei on him. Here is the other place. Here's the other ice cream place that's part of a clothing store, Kith. Kith, just like Nordstrom, has its own like ice cream like store that's just right on the side of its building. It was good ice cream though. It was good ice cream. They mixed cereal and ice cream. And I didn't eat the chocolate. I know, kind of a waste, but I don't eat chocolate. But yeah, I had vanilla mixed in with French Toast Crunch. One of my favorite cereals. I love, like, Cinnamon French Toast Crunch. I should have gotten that yesterday. Man, there was an opportunity for me to go to Walmart yesterday. I could have gotten Cinnamon French Toast Crunch. Damn it. Actually, this is a better picture of, like, a cruise liner. I don't think it's as big as the other one that I saw. This is of the Norwegian Spirit. Interesting. Pineapple ice cream. They probably do have pineapple ice cream, but it is definitely not my favorite. I still don't know about pineapple. I like it most of the time, but there are some times when I have pineapple that just don't hit right for me. This is the old Hawaiian stadium that is due for a demolishing because they're gonna make a new stadium. However, one of the interesting things about this area, because I think this was the day we went to the Polynesian Cultural Center. This was the day we went to the Polynesian Cultural Center, and this is the day where I got drilled in my head the word family because that's just the verbal tick of the tour guide that was with us. I'm not really begrudging her or anything. That's her thing. Oh, sorry. A little bit of a burp right there. But this is the old Hawaiian stadium that's due in for a demolishing, and every, I think, Tuesday or Thursday, or like every couple of days in the week, they actually have like a swap meet that just surrounds the stadium, and you can get a whole bunch of stuff right there. I had no means to actually get there myself, so I couldn't. Wait, no, this isn't the day we went to the Polynesian Cultural Center. This is the day we went to Pearl Harbor. Wow. This is the day we went to actually like the Pearl Harbor like memorial. I don't think there's ghosts in like the stadium itself, but it is dilapidated. That is for sure. It is dilapidated. Let's see. So yeah, we went to the Pearl Harbor National Memorial that day. I didn't take many pics because I didn't know what to take pictures of. But yeah, this is an interesting sign right here. This just tells you like, hey, where is this is just like a post telling you, hey, it's in this direction. Tokyo's in this direction. Diamond Head's in this direction. Hawaii is somewhat known as the crossroads of the Pacific. So I guess this is just a way to drive that point home. Where is India? I don't think they actually like put India on this post right here. Just anything that's like nearby. So on this day when we actually went to the Pearl Harbor like memorial, one of the things that stuck out to me was I think let me look for it here. Where is it? Oh yeah, this bridge right here. Apparently, the memorial that people like think of when they go here, there's actually more places you can take tours of here, but you would actually have to get bussed over the bridge over into this area across the bridge right here. This area is actually still under like active like military use, so that's why you need to get bussed by the military to go over like this bridge right here. Yeah, we didn't get to do that. We only went to the we only got to go to like the USS oh shoot, what was it called? Oh, I forgot what ship it was. Oh, I feel so bad. But yeah, we went to the memorial, but not to the other places that you can take tours of. And those places you can only take tours of every so often. That's a fishing barge. I don't know why I took a picture of that. Yeah, here's still some of the ships that are just like docked over like in Pearl Harbor. Still, I think these are still like active, maybe? Yeah, these are still active military bases. And we are in the here we are in the actual memorial itself. This is a lookout that is built over the wreckage of one of the ships that fell during like Pearl Harbor. And the thing about the ship is that it is actually a mass grave because they could not pull everyone out of the wreckage. So what they did was they deemed the ship that's under here a burial at sea, and this is like a memorial to commemorate like that day, you know. Yeah, here is one of the, I think one of the parts of the ship that just stick out over the water. Yeah, it's kind of eerie, but I didn't feel the eeriness compared to some people that were there. How often do I eat Indian food? I was so thrown off by that question. But to answer your question, how often do I eat Indian food? Not so often, because for me, Indian food is like, I eat it for like the experience. So if I eat it often, it kind of like dilutes the experience for me, because I like the communal eating part of like Indian food. So I typically only eat like an Indian spread when I'm with like people like going out somewhere. That's when I'll eat Indian food. Speaking of, I might actually do that today. I don't know. But yeah, right here is the whole wall of everybody that that was deemed KIA during like that during the Pearl Harbor attack right there. So yeah, that's all the names right there. So yeah, I had to take a picture of it, right? I had to take a picture of it. So I think this is the best picture that I got of the whole entire wall, not counting those on the side right here who were buried on, who were laid to rest on site after the fact, but this is the whole wall right there. And right after that, we went back, and then we just went back into town and had some like food for the day. I think this is a local moco that I think my dad had. But for me, I had Kahlua pork sliders. Kahlua pork being one of the things to try in Hawaii. Why am I not a vegan? Because I probably don't have... Well, mostly because I like meat too much, but also, on a more biological level, I probably don't have, like, the healthy lifestyle to justify going, like, vegetarian. Because as a young person that has to take vitamins every day... yeah, I probably don't have, like, the proper health to go vegan. Would I go vegan if I did? It depends. It depends. I'm not opposed to it. Yeah, I'm definitely not opposed to it. But yeah, here are the Kahlua pork sliders. The chips were very good. The chips were very good. Pretty, like, pretty salted, pretty crunchy. But yeah, these sliders were fantastic. I really like these. These were definitely an 8 for me. One of the best things like I've eaten on the island. Yeah, super nice. And I love the fact that they use Hawaiian rolls as their buns. I really like that, man. But yeah, these sliders were great. Despite the fact that there's a lot of like a lot of cabbage on there, still super good. Another thing I had later in the day, I'm gonna completely ignore the statue right here because I just took a picture of it without even knowing what the hell this is. This is the Menehune? I don't know, sorry. This is another thing I had in the day. This is, a patty melt, a spicy patty melt. Definitely not Hawaiian. Definitely not Hawaiian, but it was a patty melt. I did have it. It was spicy. And I only finished half of it and completely forgot about the other half. I completely forgot about the other half, like, later on in the trip. And then it was no good anymore. And then I was sad. Like, I literally ate half of this and stuck this half in the fridge. Like, what? Like, I stuck this in the fridge in the hotel room and I forgot about it. So bad. Now, here, this day was the day we went to the Polynesian Cultural Center. This is one of the last days. And, oh, I can change, let me go and change the music right now. And here we go. There we go. Oh, why is this so loud? Oh no, my first track was pretty loud. Huh. I just noticed that. Oh well. Anyway, yeah. This is, on this day we went to the Polynesian Cultural Center. The first thing we did was eat breakfast. We ate breakfast over at, I think, a place called Eggs and Things, and this is one of the places that the tour guides will tell you to go to as well. And unlike the other times, this was actually justified. This was actually justifiable because this is the local moco that I got over there, and it was very good for its price. It was very good for its price. Like, the eggs, rice, it had little bits of, like, ham. It had the burger patty under there, had the gravy, it had mushrooms, onions, and everything. Very saucy. Very good for its price. I was so full after it, but it was really good. To the point we actually came back another day. We actually came back another day, and I had something else from there, but my dad also had the same thing, and he said this was pretty good as well. So yeah, this Locomoco is pretty good. Eggs and Things in Hawaii, very good. Is this my favorite music? No. This is literally just music that I got off of dova.jp. I needed to have music that fit in with like the whole like, hey, this is a tropical vacation theme, so might as well make the music reflect that, right? Yeah, right. Yeah. Anyway, after that, we took a tour to the Polynesian Cultural Center, and this is where we got to the quiet end of the island. The quiet end of the island is, in my opinion, the best looking part of the island, because even though that there is quite a bit of suburbanization right there, it's still masked by all of like the greenage, the foliage. Just look at all of this. Look at the sights here. Like the quiet part of the island. Look at this. You can even like feel the quietness just from looking at these images. Like, and this mountain range right here is the mountain range that is closed off to the public for public safety reasons. Like, yeah, this was once a hiking trail that you could do, but people, for public safety reasons, they closed it off. They closed it off. Now you can't go up here, but it is still nice to look at. Just look at that. Look at how nice that looks. I can't just imagine living on this part of the island and waking up and just seeing that outside your window, and on the other side seeing the ocean. Just imagine that. That is paradise right there. To me, that's paradise right there. And to reiterate earlier, I would live in Hawaii if I could live like this. But I can't because it is way too expensive. The houses on this part of the island, man, just don't even talk to me about the price for them. Oh man, the price is just nuts. But for what you're getting in terms of just like the area that you live in, man, if you can afford it, very nice. Look at that. Look at even the small houses right there. They have a great view of just the ocean. Look at all that. Look at all of this. Man. I miss this place already. If I could get like an Airbnb on this part of the island, I would be so happy. I'd be so happy. But, well, I don't know if... there's probably a couple of Airbnbs like on this part of the island, but... Nah, as for anything that's feasible to like pay for, I don't know. Not for me. Some more houses, some more houses, some more views. That's another part of the mountain range right there. This is getting closer to the cultural center. Just more pictures of the coastline. Like I said, imagine waking up and this is what's outside your window, and behind you is the mountain range. Yup, just look at that. Just this being within like a short drive's distance from your house. Ah, so nice, so nice, so nice. It's so expensive, though. I cannot reiterate enough, it is so expensive. Here's some apartments, I think. This might be some apartments. There is a place to live here, though. That might be more affordable. I don't know if this is hotels or apartments, though. I would hope these are apartments. But yeah, I don't have a lot of pictures of this place, but this is the Polynesian Cultural Center. And for what this cultural center is basically just like an entire center that basically helps people learn and showcase, well, helps showcase and helps people learn about the major Polynesian subcultures, well, the Polynesian cultures that comprise Hawaii. So it would be, I believe, ignore this image of the dumpy. This is the front view of the dumpy, but yeah. What were them? Yeah, they're right here. So the 6 major cultures that comprise like Hawaii are the Hawaiians, obviously, the Tongans, the Tahitians, the Fijians, the Samoans, and the Ataroans. So these 6 right here, these are the cultures you're going to learn about when going to the center right here. Basically, each culture has their own part of like the center, and then you can go to like a presentation that gives you a short overview of like their culture and stuff like that. And I would say that a lot of the presenters right there, a lot of the presenters here at the center are very humorous. They're very humorous. I like the humor of like the Polynesians. They're very humorous, especially the Samoans. Like, let me tell you, the Samoans are really funny. They're actually really funny people. It might just be like the presenters that were presenting Samoa, but they were really humorous. Very funny. I think these were, like, in my opinion, my favorite presenters. I did not see the Ataroans, or yeah, I don't think I saw the Ataroans or the Hawaiians, but I think, yeah, I saw the Tahitians, the Tongans, the Fijians, and the Samoans. I think the last one we saw in the day were the Tongans. But yeah. Before even going into the center, there are food trucks right there if you want fresh, if you want poi, apparently. According to the tour guide, poi is one of those dishes in Hawaii that you love it or you hate it. There is no in between. So I don't know if I'd be in the camp of I love it, because I've never had it. And I don't think I would. I'm kind of skeptical about it, in my opinion. Anyway, just a couple of pictures of the cultural center. There is a place where you can buy ukuleles. I was thinking of buying a ukulele while in Hawaii, but the problem with buying a ukulele is that if you want to buy a legitimate one, it costs like $100 at least. If you want to buy a legitimate one. All of the cheaper ones are basically just made with like plastic and then like weak strings. Like getting legitimate ukuleles, you're gonna pay a hefty sum out of pocket for them. And as someone who doesn't even play instruments, I would just get it for the novelty of it. And yeah, I don't think $100 for a novelty is worth it to me. I'd pay $100 for merch though. I'd pay $100 for merch for the things I love though. Yeah, I would. I have done so many times. Here is one of the little activities that you can do on in the center. This is part of the Tahitian sector of like the center, and this guy actually taught us how to throw spears in the proper like Tahitian way. You would think that Tahitians, ancient Tahitians would throw the spear like a javelin, right? But they actually throw it underhanded. You actually toss the spear in like a scooping motion underhanded. And that I didn't expect. I thought we were just gonna throw them like javelins. But I guess different cultures have their different ways of like throwing their weaponry. So yeah, you can see how people like hold their spears, quote unquote, here. And this is actually the proper way to hold them. And then you just like do a scooping motion and then like toss your spear out and try to hit the coconut there. Well, I tried this out and boy did I fail miserably at it. I failed miserably at it. I will say though that the spear I got was kind of bent, so I was at a severe disadvantage compared to everyone else. That is my story. I was set up to fail, okay? I think this structure right here is a shrine that is, I believe, Fijian. I think this is a Fijian shrine. I believe I see this as part of like the Fijian sector of like the center. And I think this shrine right here is only open to like very specific people in Fijian culture. I think namely the chieftain. Yeah. Now the funny thing about the Fijian presenter right here, I think one of the funniest things that I heard of in comprising like all of the presentations that I saw was the Fijian presenter. He was telling us about a thing in Fijian culture where when it comes to the chieftain's house, like it is, I think most people cannot step foot in like the chieftain's house without being like invited or something. I have no clue what the specifics of that are, but he did mention something about if you break like such and such like rule about entering the chieftain's house, you will get clubbed to death. That's how it was in like ancient like Fiji. Well, maybe not clubbed to death, but basically like beat with clubs. And the thing is that he made specific mention that we are that they are a modern culture right now. They don't do that anymore. They don't club people. And then he just followed that up with they have guns. I think that was one of the funniest things I heard, and I could just imagine just like somebody stepping to the chieftain's house, like into like a chieftain's house in Fiji, and then just people around them just like start whipping out like their M1911s or something, not to shoot them, but like to just being like, did you really want to step into that house? I'm like, okay, well, haha. It's just funny to think about. Just like, oh yeah, instead of for these guys here, instead of like having like their like traditional weaponry, they just whip out like a gat or something. I like that. I like that. And I think right here is the Hawaiian portion of the center. I think this is the Hawaiian part of the cultural center. Let me see. Hale Noho. Yeah, I think this is the Hawaiian part. How do I read this? Oh, they actually have it in native Hawaiian right here too. So yeah, this is the family dwelling house. This is where the family lives. The chieftain's house, I think this maybe? I believe this is the chieftain's house. But I think the house right next to this one across from here is the men's eating house or something? Yeah. I believe that's what it was. I don't remember specifically. Oh, I wonder if I can actually like read like a part of this. Hehale kahale noho no ka ohana emalama ik. I don't know. I can't really read that. It's sometimes I just want to read things in like their native language just to see if I could, but if I know that I'm gonna just flub it up, I just stop midway. So yeah, it looks, man, I really want to read it though. Anyway, we're moving on. We're almost done. We are actually almost done. Yeah, I was right. This is the men's eating house. Yeah, that house right there is the men's eating house. So the men have their own house where they eat. They communal eat in there. I guess everybody else doesn't. They eat in their own homes or something. Yep, just more pictures of the cultural center. Just nice pictures right here. One of the things that I will say that was a pretty funny thing in hindsight that happened a lot during this day out here was the fact that my mother, bless her heart, she took a lot of pictures here, and a lot of the pictures that she took, she prefaced with like, oh, this plant, this X or this whatever, this she prefaced that with, we have that in the Philippines, and I'm like, you really just want to go to the Philippines, don't you, Mom? Like I said, bless her heart, she just really like, she wears her intent on her sleeve. She just really wants to go to the Philippines. I can't, yeah, and you know what? I respect that. She just wants to go back at some point, like to visit again. So yeah, but it was really funny because she kept like lagging behind everybody else because she kept taking pictures of like anything that reminded her of like the Philippines. Even though this is the Polynesian Cultural Center, there are plants here and stuff like that, and structures that are very similar to what you would see in the Philippines. So yeah, I don't blame her, honestly. Oh, so this is the Samoan sector of the island, and this was a really like very nice part because and probably my favorite, not only because the presenters were very funny, it's the fact that the main presenter right here, he was an old guy, like in his 50s. I think his name was like Cap, I think. Well, he wasn't the main presenter, he was one of the main presenters, but Cap, I think he is, he actually had his own like art exhibit, like off screen right here. I think it was actually right behind me, but he had his own art exhibit that he actually seamlessly, after presenting, just quickly goes back to just talk with people like talk about his art and everything, because Cap, he told everybody that he graduated from, I think, the university here with a degree in fine arts, so he is at heart an artist, but he's also like a presenter here at the cultural center. And yeah, very funny guy. Yeah, super funny guy. He could definitely make it as like a comedian, but he is a fine arts appreciator and fine arts like creator, I guess, at heart. So yeah, props to Cap. He has an Instagram too, apparently. He has an Instagram as well. Hey Zell, welcome back. Did you eat well? I can tell that I'm gonna need to be eating soon. It is literally almost 1 over here, and I need to eat in about like 18 minutes. I gotta end this in about 18. But yeah, let me see if I actually have a picture. Oh, one of the things that I forgot to mention too, look at these guys right here. These are the other half of the Samoan like presenters right here. This guy is especially really funny. This presenter right here, this guy, he has a very deadpan like sense of humor. Like this guy has a super deadpan sense of humor, and for me, one of my favorite types of like humoristic personalities is deadpan. So he did this perfectly. He did the deadpan like humor very perfectly. But the thing I wanted to make mention of is, do you see how young these guys are? Most of the people who work at the cultural center, they're all college kids. They're all college kids, actually. Like I think they're on break from college, and they're basically working here like part-time, because a portion of the profits from the cultural center goes to like the tuitions for these young guys. I think that's what I think that's it. I heard mention of that, but nothing's too specific. I can only assume that the portion of the tuition that goes into the cultural center, well, a portion of the profits that come from the cultural center go back to, well, not go back, but go to like the students. So that's really nice. Also, young people have good humor. I'm young people, but I don't have the young people humor. Yeah. Anyway, that's just more pictures of the Samoan presenters. For this one specifically, what they did was actually make a dessert. Oh, actually, to answer the question earlier, I actually did have banana. It was from this. They were actually cooking a sweet banana snack here. I think it was banana cooked in like coconut milk or something like that. It was really good. Yeah, and he made this guy right here made specific mention that that they were serving it Costco style. And I'm like, wait, Costco style? Before I even saw it, I was like, Costco style? What do you mean Costco style? Are you making it like how Costco makes it or something? But no, they actually distributed it out to people, like in little like cups, just like Costco. So he wasn't kidding when they said they're gonna do it Costco style. You know, the Samoan way, right? I don't know, but yeah, the Costco way. That was actually not the first time he mentioned Costco during the presentation too. So I don't know what the thing about Costco and him is, but yeah. This presentation also took place under like a very nice tree. I took a picture of it because like, yeah, it was just, it's just a nice backdrop to everything. I think you can actually see the, yeah, you can actually see it being made right here. Yeah, these bananas were actually cooked, in that pit down there, covered with banana leaves, of course, and it was cooked in like coconut milk. Very nice, very, very good, actually. I really like it. Now, I believe these parts right here where they say Hale Ohana and stuff like that, there are different Hales here. I think those were all luau's. Those were all luau's, but we didn't technically go to a luau. We went to a buffet. We actually just went to a buffet. We were so hungry at the end of the day, like holy crap. So I shit you not, 1, 2, 3. This was all me. This was all me right here. When it comes to a buffet, I wanted to eat everything. I want to try everything. So I can just tell you right now. Here I'm gonna rapid fire this right now. I'm gonna rapid fire this. My thoughts on each one of the foods here. All right, rice. Rice is rice. Pineapple fried rice. That was pretty okay. Asparagus, love asparagus. Broccolini, love broccolini. Potatoes. I shouldn't have gotten potatoes because potatoes are so filling. Why did I do that? I'm stupid. The pancit here. The pancit. I've had good pancit. This was not good pancit. The pineapple right here. Pineapple was okay. It was okay. The I think this is the prime rib. No, it wasn't prime rib. It was roast. Some sort of cut of meat right here. It was okay. It was dry. Actually, it wasn't okay. This was dry. This was dry as hell. There's this like I think a stew of like mushroom, onions, and stuff like that. Very concentrated, very strong, very good though. I like that a lot. I could only eat this with rice though because eating it by itself is just way too strong. All the chicken right here, the only chicken that was good was this one. Everything right here was dry. It was dry. It wasn't spicy. Even though this one right here, this specific chicken right here actually was supposed to be habanero fried chicken, but the habaneros were just little bits of habanero that were just separate from the chicken. It wasn't cooked with the chicken itself. So yeah, that was eh. All this was dry. The garlic shrimp, love that, very good. The adobo chicken right here, way too strong to eat in my opinion, way too strong to eat. The ahi tuna, fantastic, love that. The poke ahi tuna, very good. The fish right here was dry. The onions, I love onions, so you can tell how I like that. But this right here is my favorite, the octopus. I love the poke octopus. Especially because it was cut into little discs right here. The octopus with the cucumber, pickled cucumber right here, very good. My favorite thing there. Oh wait, actually no, it was my second favorite thing there. My first favorite thing was the chicharron. There was actually fresh pork skin, just up for the taking, like literally up for the taking, like just like cooked pork skin. That was really good. That's my favorite thing there. I love my fried food. I love fried chicken skin, pork skin, and everything. That's to me the best part. That's the best part, the most flavorful part of like the whole hog. So yeah, I ate all of that and I got 2 more plates after that. Suffice to say, I did not need to eat next morning. So yeah, this is another part of the cultural center. You have this little like stand up here where like I guess just a random guy can just come in with a guitar and just play, I guess. This right here floored me. $100 for a pair of slippers, flip-flops even. $100? Size 7 women's flip-flops, $100. No way. Absolutely not. That is insane. Why would you do that? Yeah, why would you do that? I think that was the last pick that I got of that day. Like I said, at the end of the day, we did see a show. We could not take pictures. We cannot take pictures or take videos, but that show was basically without getting into like the actual like storyline of the show, it was meant to showcase it was basically just meant to showcase the 6 major like cultures and like their dances, with a storyline attached to them. It all ended with a Hawaiian fire dance, and that was literally like the best part of that day, aside from like the food, because it had my because the food, like, the food will always be my highlight of the day, even if some of the food ended up being mid. But yeah, the fire dance, absolutely great, fantastic, very good. I wish I could have taken video of it. I wish I could have. What else? Yo, here's another thing that I ate. It was a dragon bowl. This place called it a dragon bowl. It's basically just like tempura with like spicy sriracha mayo and like brown fried rice. This was actually really good too. This was actually really good. 7.5. Actually 7.5. It was actually pretty good. But this was one of my favorite parts of that specific day in particular. There's a reason why everybody is out here, like, on the beach, and it was because there was a fireworks show. There is a fireworks show that happens, I think, I don't know if I can say it's every night, but definitely, every other night. It's literally just like a fireworks show. Look at that. I even took video of it. Look at that. This is like, it was so nice. What a good top off to like the day. Like this day in particular, I would say it was the weakest day, I would say, in Hawaii, because I really didn't go out and do much. I really didn't go out and do much. Because I think I just wanted this day to just be a relaxation day. I just went out to get food, came back, and then waited until everybody wanted to go out and see the fireworks show. But yeah, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, fireworks show in Hawaii. So nice. And in the background right here, I think I actually take pictures of it. Nope, that was the shaved ice. But yeah, in the background right here, those are all ships. Those are all ships that people park just to see the fireworks show. And a lot of people were actually flying their drones out too during this time as well, just to see it. It's it was definitely a highlight in a weekday. Surprisingly enough, it was a highlight in Hawaii, but on a weekday, in my opinion. But yeah, this is the shaved ice we got afterward from that shaved ice place underneath the hotel. Underneath the hotel that was actually next to like that viewing area for the fireworks that we saw. We actually caught it just as it was about to close, and this shaved ice was definitely worth the price. I think it's $2 cheaper than the one in the kiosks that the tour guides tell you to go to. This is the next day, and this is where I saw the little cat though. Look at that little cat. This is the only cat that I've seen in like Hawaii. It's right there. Look at that guy. He's just chilling. My favorite thing. One of my favorite things on the island. Just a little catto. Just a little cat. Look at that little cat. I love cats. I love cats. Man. One day I'll have my own cat. Maybe not any day soon. Maybe not anytime soon. But one day I'll have my own cat. Oh, by the way, I didn't know Subway was expanding, and they actually got their own brand change. They actually, like, rebranded into Aloha Sushi Subway. I like this sign. It's just Aloha Sushi Subway. What, you're telling me instead of a meatball marinara, it is a, like, ahi tuna, like, sub? That just sounds vile, actually. Why would you put, like raw fish in between like 2 slabs of bread? How would you do that? What the hell, man? But yeah, Aloha Sushi Subway. I just had to take that pic. And this one right here is one of the most disappointing things I've had on the island. This is a yakisoba. This is yakisoba that I got from like the food court back at like the shopping center. And the thing that's most disappointing about this was that only 30% of this was actually noodles. The rest of it was vegetables. I felt so gypped. When I got this, like, I expected a lot of noodles. I wanted a lot of noodles. I expected to eat noodles with this, not a whole bunch of veggies. So disappointing. This was actually like a 3 for me. 3 or a 2. It didn't taste bad, it just tasted average, but also just what's with all the vegetables? I like vegetables, but I need substance with it. Ah, and this was at the end of the day at the shopping center again. Yeah, just like a performance. There's a stage in the center of the open air shopping center that actually has they actually hold performances. Today was a performance featuring dancers of like senior age, but also paired with like young kids who also like do like traditional, like, well, maybe not, I don't know if this traditional Hawaiian dances, but definitely dances. It's very cool. It's actually very cool. Oh god, what the hell. My volume just blasted. But yeah, here's the last video was the older women dancing, and these are the kids. Yeah, it's so cool. It's so cool. I like that. I really like that. I think I was there for only like the back end of the show though. Yeah, I kind of missed like the first half, unfortunately, because I didn't even know this was going on. I didn't even know it was gonna happen today. Well, on that day, I mean. Yeah, super nice. Super nice. Oh, here's one of the things that I need to make this known. What is the practical application of having a sign that says beach, especially taking it home with you to a place where there's no beaches nearby? Why just have that up in your room saying beach? And then you look outside and then you see nothing but like hills and dead grass. But what I will say though is that it is true. Hawaii, they like lock up their spam. They actually lock up their spam. I don't know why though. It was explained to us on one of the tour guides, well, on one of the tours, but I ignored the reasoning for it. I completely glossed over the reasoning for it. I have a feeling that let me look that up actually. I want to look that up before I start saying things. Why does Hawaii lock up spam? Oh, it is exactly what I thought. It is exactly what I thought. The reason why spam is locked up in Hawaii is because it gets stolen. It got stolen so often that they had to do this. Dude, spam is so popular in like Hawaii that they actually had to lock up their spam because people kept stealing it. So it's exactly what I thought. Wow. So of these spams, I actually got 4. I got 4 to bring home. The bacon, the hickory smoke, the jalapeno, and I believe the other one was hot and spicy. I've only had the hot and spicy so far, and it was pretty okay. I'm really curious about the hickory smoke, though, because the most popular one here, obviously, is the bacon, because there's only, like, 3 left. But the others right here, the hickory smoke and the jalapeno, they actually don't get chosen as often. I wonder why. This is one of the things that I guess you could call it my souvenir. My souvenir from Hawaii, which is a pair of Crocs. I've completely crossed over into Croc gang. Especially after wearing them, they're really comfy. I really like wearing Crocs now. Even though I've only worn them for like a day or 2. I really like these. These are really good. Yeah, I got gray Crocs because I don't think I'm the kind of person that would actually get like clown shoe Crocs like a lot of people do. Nah, me, I'm just getting for like matte gray. I wear these for the practical application of it and the comfort, not because they look good. I still think Crocs are extremely ugly, but I would still wear them because I do wear them now. Yeah. Oh, this is... So, I need to bring up my Twitter for this because a lot of things happened on this specific night in general. This specific night. Yeah. So this is one of the only pictures that I took of this night. But this right here is the is a local band called the Three Little Birds, and they are a reggae group. They are a reggae group. You have Daddy Bird, Sister Bird, and Brother Bird. Brother Bird's only like 10, and he can play the bass really well, so that's really cool. But yeah, they basically showcase their like reggae culture, reggae music here. This is their main gig, and they do definitely get like the tips here. They definitely do get them. But yeah, the music was pretty cool. A lot of people gathered around them to the point where like they actually had to like direct people to come closer so they don't block the sidewalk. So these guys are very popular on the sidewalks of like the beachfront. I didn't have any money in my wallet to actually like tip them, but I did want to tip them though. I did want to tip them, but I didn't have any money in my wallet at the time. Yeah, sad, but it was a nice performance. It was definitely a nice performance. But on this day in particular, this night, I was out on my own. I was out on my own, and I will list off everything that happened in detail. So yeah, I watched this performance by the Three Little Birds. That was great. I at a certain point in the night, I got accosted by evangelists. Well, I don't know if accosted is the right word, but like, you know, the kind of evangelists that tell people that distribute the Bibles and say like, God will return one day, God will return. And they're basically like, to the people that ignore them, they berate them, because obviously that's a Christian way, right? You berate people who don't listen to you, right? Nah. But anyway, the evangelists, like, yeah, no, I didn't take one of their Bibles, but then I also tried to like, you know, roll my neck because I was like having like a bit of like neck strain. But then the head guy right there, the head speaker, thought I was like, he thought I was like shaking my head, and then he just berated me, and I'm like, bro, I'm just rolling my neck. I'm not saying no. But yeah, you know, just typical evangelist stuff. Just typical evangelist stuff. But yeah, after that though, sometime in the night, there was this group of dancers. There was this group of born-again Christian dancers that, in my opinion, were way more welcoming than the evangelists. They were definitely more welcoming than the evangelists, honestly. Like, these three folks, like, they basically spread their word, spread positivity. They involve people in their act. They ask for donations in a very obvious way, but people still do it anyway because like these guys were like extremely nice. The crew consisted of like two guys and like a lady, and like they were basically hip hop dancers and stuff like that. Yeah, like I said, way more welcoming than the evangelists. But at a certain point in their act, apparently a drunk guy actually stumbled in and then just like threw a haymaker at one of like the dancers, just out of nowhere. He just did that, just a drunk dude just going up and then just laying one in on them. And then like that became a whole thing where they actually had to call the cops, and then the drunk dude got arrested, and everybody was just gathering around seeing what was going like on. And the thing about that whole thing was that after the dude got arrested and one of the dancers actually like had to go with police to file the charge and everything, the two just went back to doing their thing. Yeah, the other two dancers just went back to doing, like, their thing. And I'm like, wow, that's dedication to your work. Like, I know you're worried about, like, your friend that just got, like, socked in the face, but, like, the fact that, they just reiterated that they're fine, and then you guys go back to doing, like, your thing. Like, yeah. Like, that just tells me you guys know, what you intend to do. So, yeah. Respect to that. Yeah. And the fact that they recovered so quickly, even after, like, the whole ordeal was just like, wow, you guys are pretty cool. So, yeah, that happened. Let's see, what else? Ooh, while walking towards the darkened beach, just so I can see the Kahanamoku statue again, there was a motorcade, a pickup truck motorcade for newlyweds that just roared down the strip. Like, they were cheering and everything, and I'm like, wait a minute, who got married here? And they were all young people too, so which college kids got married in Hawaii and had a pickup truck motorcade? Like, I couldn't get a good look at them, but wow. that took me off guard, but that was a nice sight to see. And I will say that I don't know, I can't say for sure, but soon after them, I saw a police car just, you know, driving up the road too with its, like, you know, lights flashing. And I'm not gonna say that was for them, but definitely Honolulu police put in the work that night. There was quite a bit of rowdiness. Just saying, there was quite a bit of rowdiness. Oh, another gang that roared down the street was actually like a sports bike, like a group of sports bikers. Apparently, biking and like motorcycles are just very big on the island. So every day and every night, you can just hear like sports bikes just driving up and down like the strip. Yeah. I didn't know that was a thing, but apparently it's a thing. And a lot of these sports bikes have like neon and everything on them, so they actually work on their bikes. Yeah. Super cool actually. I think the last thing that happened that day that I think is of note, in my opinion, was the fact that at my hotel, there was a frat party going on. There was a frat party going on in the hotel, and like, it was open invitation to like anyone, but it was like a college frat party, open invitation to anyone. You saw college kids, and then you saw old people going in there too, like probably hoping for like a pick-me-up by like a younger person or something like that, which is what the fuck actually. But like, I can tell, like, I thought like the kind of party that was gonna be was just like, well, it was super frat, because the banners that they had laid out were saying some very NG things on them, just like out in the open. Like, out in the open, the banners for the party were just saying very NG things out in the open. I'm like, wow. So this is the kind of party you guys want it to be. And yeah, it was a costume party, so I saw a lot of people coming in. Were there, see, like a Lofi, I wouldn't be surprised if there was, like, I wouldn't be surprised if there was, but, I couldn't tell because I didn't go there myself. All I did see was that it was a costume party. The people at the door were dressed like schoolgirls. There were actually people in like togas. There were two folks that walked in dressed as ketchup and mustard. But then there were other people dressed up as like total, like stereotypical, like nerds and everything. Just costume party like that. A frat costume party. But then I actually, walking by the party, because it was actually out like in the open on like a balcony, because the restaurant it took place at, I wouldn't say, maybe it's not a restaurant, but wherever it took place at, you could hear it from the outside. And while walking outside, the music that I heard is not the kind of music that you would associate with like a frat party, because like a modern frat party, I would expect to hear a lot of like rolling hip hop and thing, very like loud beats and stuff like that, but they were playing like Earth, Wind and Fire and September by Earth, Wind and Fire and everything like that, just like classic stuff. And I'm like, what party is this supposed to be? You have these banners telling you all these like very NG stuff, and then you're just I don't, and like just from what I saw from the outside, nothing was really going on in there, and I'm like, what is going on? Was this party like a dud? Does all the action happen in like in the hotel rooms or something? But holy shit, man. I didn't even know what to think afterward. I'm like, well, you definitely have some unsavory folk trying to pick up college people in there, but then what is coming out of that? Like, is it actually that, or is it just like people just hanging out and getting drunk? Either way, I didn't go in there. Like, I was just curious what the hell's going on in there, but I didn't want to be part of it myself. That is definitely not for me. Like, God, that is not for me. No, they did not play Eminem, actually. That's what I'm saying. They didn't play Eminem or any of the hip-hop stuff. They just played, like, the classic stuff, and I'm like, what? What's going on? What the hell? What the hell? Yeah. But anyway, that was that night. That was a really eventful night. One of my favorite nights, and it was just by myself. Super cool. Super cool, actually. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I think this might be the end, actually. I think this might be the end, actually. Yeah, no, that's it. That's it. That's the last images. Yep. Just right after that night was my flyout day. Yeah, and on the flyout day, we actually went back to Eggs and Things. But for the most part, yeah, let me tell you about this day in particular. We went to Eggs and Things again. Very, very good again. When waiting for our flight, I realized that on this flight, this is before we touched down back home, but I realized that I didn't ask off that night for work. I made the mistake in assuming that the day we were gonna fly out was actually the previous day, but this day in particular was our actual like return flight, and I had work that night, so I actually had to call in from work that night because I got my return flight date wrong. Because when we got back home, like, it was already nighttime. Like, we left Hawaii at around noon. We came back and it was nighttime. And man. Good lord. I did not think it was going to be so late. Nothing was really open, so on our return day, all we just did was just eat at like Carl's Jr. or something. My dad wanted pizza, but we got pizza like last night. But yeah, but this was the night previous. But yeah, we wanted to sit down and have like some Chinese food, but unfortunately, it was way too late for that. And I also had to drive home this night too. I actually had to drive home this night too. So not only was I hungry, I was also tired, but I also had to drive home. So I'm like, I was so out of it that I didn't even notice that on the drive home, I didn't even realize how close, like, I didn't recognize my surroundings. It was so dark. It was so dark. And typically people who drive, like, a lot can recognize, like, oh wait, this amount of turns, and winding roads in this amount of time means we're this close to being home. Me, I had no experience in that, so I thought we were so far from home, but it was actually not that far from home. Ah, man. Did I get fired? No, I didn't get fired. Trust me, at my job, where I work, it is very difficult to get fired once you're in. Once you're in, you are good. It takes a lot to get you fired, so I'm safe. Yeah. Maybe they won't like me for the fact that I had to, like, call in that night and they had no prior notice of it, but it's okay. they're used to it by this point, especially with the shift that I work. They're used to it a lot. It's annoying, but they're used to it. They're used to it. But yeah, anyway, I think that's it for, like, this is definitely the last image of like, my Hawaii trip. So yeah, that was my entire trip to Hawaii. Like, that was my showcase of, like, my vacation to Hawaii. This was a vacation that I definitely, like, needed, especially because I was so stressed. Prior to the vacation, I was so stressed for, like, several, like, months. All I just wanted was a vacation. That's all I wanted. I just wanted a vacation. Like, and I'm not talking about, like, a work-related trip that doesn't have me at work, but, like, learning in, like, classes in, like, the middle of America and stuff like that. No. I just wanted a vacation, a real vacation. And yeah, this is definitely what I needed for, like, a long time. And I need to just keep doing this for myself. I just need to take, like, a major vacation, like, each year or something. I feel like I need to do that. But who knows? Who knows if it's gonna happen next year or not? Yeah, that's basically my Hawaii trip. I tried to recall everything that happened, but there's definitely spots that are definitely more spotty than others. But for the most part, I think I got the, like, gist of it. A lot of the images were just, like, landscapes. Well, just landscapes and just, like, just pictures of, like, foliage and that stuff. Yeah, I did actually stay in Hawaii for a week. This was, like, a week-long vacation. Yeah. And a week off is probably what I needed. Yeah. Yeah, but, anyway, that's gonna be it for my, like, Hawaii trip. And I think that's gonna be it for the stream today. I will return... I think I'll return, with a gaming stream on Thursday. Like, Thursday, I'll return with, I believe, either Elden Ring or maybe more Diablo 2. Show us the first picture again? Yeah, I don't know about that, man. We're at the end. We're at the end. But hey, you could just watch me again whenever I get back to this, which is probably going to be on the 27th. Yep, the 27th is probably when I'm going to stream again. Yeah. So on the 27th, I'm probably going to play either Elden Ring or, well, Elden Ring for the PvP, or I'm going to play more Diablo or play Path of Exile. Let me just say, I've completely am now comfortable with the fact that Path of Exile, Diablo 2, Phantasy Star, Diablo likes. Neo 2, like Diablo likes, that's my jam. That's my thing. I love playing those games. So I might actually do that for a little bit. I don't know if there's any new games coming out in the horizon, so yeah, we'll see. But those games are definitely going to be the things I'm going to be playing. Yeah. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. So I will see you next time. See you all next time. Thanks for sticking by. This stream went over time, but that's okay. That's okay. Man, if I actually didn't rush through this, we would actually maybe have like a 5-hour stream or something. Yeah. Well, guess that's it, right? Yeah, that's it. Am I forgetting anything? Why don't I do a 5-hour stream? Because I have to go out later in the day. Yeah, I actually have to go out later in the day. So yeah, I just need to wind down and prepare my energy for that. But I also have to eat too. I have not eaten yet. That's probably the most important thing now that I think about it. I need to eat. I need to eat. Anyway, I will see you all on the 27th with either Elden Ring or whatever kind of game I think about. So until then, I will see y'all next time. Later. Have a good day. All right?